Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to another broadcast of Gordon-Rushville Mustang basketball on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. 18 minutes on the pregame clock before girls varsity action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs, who are on the road to take on the Hyannis Longhorns this afternoon. Great day for basketball. Holidays rapidly approaching. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. Let's take this opportunity to thank the fine sponsors of today's basketball action. The First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Grocery Mart, Accountant Carol Child, Barb Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville, Essence in downtown Gordon, Modern Farm Equipment, and of course the Sheridan County Journal Star. We'll step aside and get ready for some game time action after a word from these sponsors.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Well, thanks very much for joining us this afternoon. Just about 16 and a half minutes before we get this thing underway. We'll let you enjoy the warm-up action here as we go down and get a handle on the starting lineups, and we'll be back in just a few minutes here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. I also need to mention, while we're doing that, we're going to mute the sound just so we don't pick up anything that we ought not pick up. And so don't be alarmed if you don't have any sound coming through on your computer. That's on our end, and we'll have full sound for you as we get ready to go. But we will be muted for just a few minutes. Well, just over 7 minutes to go before the opening tip between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hyannis Longhorns. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams as we get set for the opening tip of today's game. First, for the Hyannis Longhorns, they come into today's game with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Those 2 losses to Hemmingford and to Mullen. The Mustangs, of course, fell to Hemmingford in the first game of the season and defeated Mullen last Saturday in a very exciting ball game. So with a 3-2 Hyannis Longhorns, the starters for them will be number 3, Sarah Monahan, number 12, Brittany Brocious, number 24, Sierra Rediger, number 30, Brooke Jameson, and number 32, Caitlin Evans. For the Mustangs, they also come into today's game with a record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Starters today for the Mustangs, number 13, Josie Perez, a 5'7" junior. Josie leads the way for this team in scoring with 23 points per contest. Number 15, Shania Friesman, the 6' junior, gets the start this afternoon. Number 21, Ashton Sassy, a 5'8" senior. Number 22 is Carly Hinn. She is a 5'11" junior. And number 45, Keely Campbell, a 6'1" senior. So the Mustangs going with size in their starting lineup this afternoon, with both Keely Campbell, the 6'1" senior, and Shania Friesman, the 6' junior, both in the starting lineup. The Mustangs today will be wearing their all-black uniforms, and the hometown Hyannis Longhorns will be in their home whites today. 5 minutes, 25 seconds left to go before the opening tip. Gives us a chance to run down our sponsors one more time. It is these fine folks that make it possible for us to be here bringing this action to you today. Essence in downtown Gordon, Sides in Milburn Ford, Barb Share Real Estate, Carol Child Accountant, Grocery Mart, Hins Hardware in Rushville, Hins Home Furnishings, Gordon True Value, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Strong Insurance, the First National Bank of Gordon, Modern Farm Equipment, and the Sheridan County Journal Star, your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And the Journal Star is available as an online edition. If you've found the website, you're just a click away. Go to SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions and check it out. That online edition is perfect for your college student who's away or anyone who wants to keep up with all of the goings-on in Sheridan County. It's available at the touch of a button right at your fingertips on your desktop, laptop, or mobile device. Check it out, SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. 4 minutes to the start of today's contest. We'll step aside one last time, and we'll be back with the introductions of the starting lineups here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
So just over a minute left to go before the start of today's action. Let's take a look back at some of the highlights from action against the Bennett County Warriors last Friday night. To Perez, and now back to Carly Hinn, who'll dribble to the right, picks up her dribble, and finds Ashton Sassy on the left wing. Sassy puts it on the floor with the left hand, switches hands, drives the lane, up and good. Nice move by Ashton Sassy. Ashton Sassy getting it done for the Mustangs on that nice crossover dribble. Took it in and laid it in for 2 points. The Mustangs would go on to win that game and defeat the Bennett County Warriors. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer now.
Sportsmanship is an expectation. Tonight we welcome our guests, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. At this time, to honor America, would you please rise and remove headgear as the Fat Five sing our national anthem. Now introducing tonight's starting lineups. First, the visitors, our guests, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. A 5'7" junior, number 13, Josie Perez. A 6' junior, number 15, Shania Friesman. A 5'8" senior, number 21, Ashton Sassy. A 5'11" junior, number 22, Carly Hinn. And a 6' senior, number 45, Katie Campbell. The Longhorns are coached by Randy Hurlbut, assisted by Ashley Lindholm. Now introducing the hometown Hyannis Longhorns. A 5'5" sophomore, number 3, Sarah Monahan. A 5'8" freshman, number 12, Brittany Brocious. A 5'7" senior, number 24, Sierra Rediger. A 5'8" junior, number 30, Brooke Jameson. And a 5'8" senior, number 32, Caitlin Evans. The Longhorns coached by Scott Coon, assisted by Zach.
So there are the starting lineups as introduced for you. Let's run down through those one more time for the Hyannis Longhorns. Starters tonight, number 3, Sarah Monahan. Number 12, Brittany Brocious. Number 24, Sierra Rediger. Number 30, Brooke Jameson. And number 32 is Caitlin Evans. For the Mustangs, 13, Josie Perez. Number 15, Shania Friesman with the start tonight. Number 21 is Ashton Sassy. Number 22 is Carly Hinn. And number 45 is Keely Campbell. On the floor for the Mustangs, to get this one underway. Carly Hinn in the circle, ready to jump this up, and she'll be going up against Caitlin Evans to get this one started. 8 minutes on the clock. I am Clint Anderson, along with cameraman Jesse Moss and our broadcast engineer this afternoon, Jacob Grover. Glad to have you along with us. We're underway. The Mustangs control the opening tip, and they'll set it up on offense first, working against the 2-3 zone by the Hyannis Longhorns. Ashton Sassy on the right wing in the corner for Josie Perez. Tees that one up for three. That won't go, but it's rebounded by Shania Friesman. One dribble, loses the handle on it, but she is fouled on the floor, and it'll be Mustang basketball out of bounds. Going to give that foul to number 30. That's Brooke Jamison, and that is her first. 7:39 to go in the first quarter. Mustangs taking it out of bounds. They get it into Keely Campbell. One dribble, puts it up from the elbow. Shot won't go, and it's pulled out of there by Jamison. Up the left side quickly for Jamison. Quickly ahead to Rediger. Shot up and good. Sierra Rediger knocks that one down. And sorry, trying to get everything going in the right direction here. We missed what happened there. Turnover on the Mustangs at any rate. And here's another one right back. Ashton Sassy with the steal. Quickly ahead to Josie Perez. Off glass. Can't get it to go, but there's Friesman trailing the play. Friesman's fouled. She'll head to the free throw line. Give that foul to Brittany Brocious, the freshman. Second team foul on Hyannis. Hyannis leads this one 2-0 in the early going. Shania Friesman at the free throw line. First free throw rattles out, no good. 7:07 left to go first quarter. Friesman lines up the second, and she finds the bottom of the net that time, and it's 2-1. So substitution now as Keely Campbell comes out and Callie Schultz into the game for the Mustangs. And Mustangs will apply some full court pressure, and they're going to quickly get Callie Schultz for the hand check. And Callie, just a freshman, she is a very aggressive defender. And the officials calling that one very, very close. She's called for the foul. First team foul for the Mustangs. Back to that zone full court pressure for the Mustangs. Here's Rediger, and now Hyannis gets ready to set it up. Monahan, and she is fouled by Josie Perez. And Josie Perez picks up her first. So a lot of fouls here in the early going. As we get things rolling here. Trying to make sure we have the best service we can for you here. Using Hyannis's internet, as there's a layup by Monahan. Her first 2 points of the game. And it's 4-1. Carly Hinn drives baseline. She's cut off. Finds Perez cutting down the middle, down the lane, and good for Josie Perez. Her first bucket of the day. It's 4-3. The Mustangs trail by 1. Evans kicks it out to Jamison. Puts it on the floor and misses the shot. Rebounded by Hinn. Quickly ahead to Josie Perez. She'll cross the timeline with it. Nearly walked that time into the corner for Ashton Sassy. Now back up top for Schultz. They'll set the offense. Perez on the right wing. Goes down low for Friesman. Good look, but she can't convert. And Carly Hinn will be called for the foul. So a lot of fouls in the early going. 3 team fouls already for the Mustangs. And 2 for Hyannis. Just 6:09 left to go in the first quarter. Now Keely Campbell comes in to replace Friesman. So Friesman had good position down low on the shot, but couldn't finish. And the Mustangs trail by 1, 4-3. There's a takeaway, nearly taken away, but Brooke Jamison gets it back, and then she'll be called for the double dribble. Ashton Sassy had the steal, couldn't control the high bounce. And then Jamison turns it over on the double dribble. Now a sub comes into the game. This is number 20. That is Madison Ramsey into the game for Monahan. So Perez has the ball and hands it off to Ashton Sassy. Ashton gets the screen from Perez. Mustangs now working against a man-to-man defense by Hyannis. They try to switch gears here. Ashton Sassy, top of the key, drives in and has it taken away. Pocket picked. Here comes Brooke Jamison, but has it poked away from behind. Great hustle play that time by Callie Schultz as she hustled down there and saved a layup and 2 points, 2 easy points for Hyannis. Rediger inbounds it. This is Ramsey. Pull-up jumper in the lane, partially blocked. Rediger with the rebound. That shot won't go. Rediger gets it again, and she's going to be fouled. Rediger will head to the line for 2 free throws. They'll give that foul to Josie Perez, and that's 2 first-quarter fouls on the Mustangs' leading scorer. That puts Sierra Rediger at the line. She misses the first. 4-3. Hyannis leads this one by 1. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Second free throw is good by Rediger. And it's back to a 2-point lead at 5-3. Josie Perez dribbles the length of the floor, lays that one up, and good. Josie Perez took control that time. And now we've got an over the line, an inbound violation on Hyannis. That'll turn the ball back over to the Mustangs. And the scoreboard on the scoreboard here in the building is incorrect. It's showing 6-4. That's not right. Mustangs have 5. We're tied at 5 is where we're at, according to my scorebook. They take a minute to get things straightened out, and now they've got it. Tied at 5 with 5 minutes and 21 seconds left to go here in the first quarter. Perez inbounds it to Keely Campbell. One dribble from the block, uses the glass and can't get it to go. Rebounded by Rediger. Rediger brings it up the floor, quickly ahead, finds Evans. She loses the handle, tipped out of bounds, and they're going to say Ashton Sassy got a hand on it. Brittany Brocious was in the area, but it'll stay with the Longhorns. Rediger to inbound. Finds Jamison now quickly back inside, but taken away by Keely Campbell. Not a good pass that time. And here comes Perez into the corner for Sassy. She wanted the 3 and then passed on it, and she traveled. They'll turn it back over to Hyannis with 5 minutes on the dot left to go in the first quarter. We are tied at 5. Glad to have you along with us. Just underway in the first quarter. Here's Brooke Jamison. Quickly ahead to Ramsey with the left hand in the corner for Brocious. That one's tipped away and picked up by Callie Schultz. Callie takes to the baseline, pulls it up, and an offensive foul called on Schultz. Must have got an elbow out there they didn't like, and that's 2 fouls on Schultz. So a pair of Mustangs with 2 fouls, and they've got 5 team fouls. So a very uncharacteristic day so far for the Mustangs. 5 team fouls for the Mustangs, just 2 for Hyannis. This is Ramsey on the left wing. Works against Hinn. Down low for Brocious. They get it to Ramsey in the lane, too far under the basket that time. Shania Friesman gets a hold of that rebound. And the tie-up called, and the alternating possession will go back to Hyannis. 4 minutes and 30 seconds to go first quarter, still tied at 5. Kick it up top for Jamison. Now Ramsey on the left wing. Drives baseline, looks, finds Rediger. Her shot off the glass, too hard, won't go. Tipped out of bounds. That'll be Mustang basketball. Mackenzie Anderson, a freshman, number 14, also into the game now for Hyannis. And now Jackie Schwanebeck comes in as Brocious and Rediger head to the bench. And now Hyannis will provide some full court pressure. That one's tipped and out of bounds. That's off of Hyannis, so it'll be Mustang basketball. 4:15 left to go first quarter. Hyannis giving the Mustangs all they can handle in the early going of the first quarter here. They get it into Hinn, back to Perez, crosses the timeline, and now there's going to be a foul called on Monahan. No, they're going to say double dribble on the Mustangs. And they'll turn it back over to Hyannis. A lot of contact there, but no call. 4:10 to go, first quarter. On the wing for Monahan. Picks up her dribble, and that one's taken away by Carly Hinn. Carly finds Ashton Sassy down the floor, dribbles it off her foot. Tie-up called. Mustangs had a chance at a layup. Couldn't get a good, clean grip on the ball, and they'll have it out of bounds under their own basket. 3:58 to go, first quarter now. This first quarter's lasted forever, it seems like, and we're only halfway through it. They get that ball into Josie Perez. She can't get the shot to go, and another held ball, and alternating possession back to Hyannis. So Brooke Jamison takes the inbounds pass and crosses the timeline with it. She works against Ashton Sassy. Mustangs into a man-to-man defense now, and a traveling call against the Longhorns. Now Gracie Perez will head to the scorer's table to check in for the Mustangs. And a timeout called by the Longhorns. 3:45 left to go in the first quarter, tied at 5. Essence in downtown Gordon has a great variety of unique items and a great selection of wines and more. Stop in and check out their elegant store at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. And stop by Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. They've got a 2013 Ford F-150 crew cab. It's got the Lariat package. It's a four-wheel drive. It's got the EcoBoost engine, trailer tow package, tailgate step, chrome package, heated leather seats, and pretty much everything else you could want on it. A locally owned trade, 37,000 miles, and you can take it home today for only $34,150. Stop in and see Chris Heiser at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. Full court pressure again by the Longhorns. They toss it in to Hinn, right back to Perez. Mustangs break the press, but now it's poked away, and now we will get a foul called on the Longhorns. They're going to call that foul on Ramsey. That is her first, and it is the third team foul against the Hyannis Longhorns. 3:39 to go now in the first quarter. They inbound it to Carly Hinn, back to Perez on the left wing. She'll bring it to the top and set the offense. Dribbles to the left, and we've got an offensive foul called on Keely Campbell. And that is her first, and it is the sixth team foul on the Mustangs, so Hyannis will be in the 1-and-1 bonus the whole rest of the first half. 3.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Monahan, high post, shot up, and that is no good. And that is Mackenzie Anderson with the rebound and the putback. She unties it, makes it 7-5. Mustangs work against this full court pressure. Perez brings it across into the corner for Sassy. Tees it up for three, misses everything. But there's Carly Hinn for the rebound and the putback. We're tied at 7 with 3 minutes to go in the first quarter. Monahan on the wing, high post, shot up. That is Schwanebeck with a shot. Couldn't get it to go. Schwanebeck again, can't get that one to fall, and now Hinn comes out of there with it. Josie Perez is going to draw the blocking foul. That was Brooke Jamison picking up her second foul. Perez could see she had the advantage. She turned it up the floor and went for it. So Brocious and Evans back in, Schwanebeck out. And now that's Jamison also coming out. They had 6 players on the floor for a little bit. Ashton Sassy takes the inbounds pass ahead to Keely Campbell under the basket. Up, good, count the basket, and one. Chance for the three-point play by Keely Campbell. Mustangs lead this one 9-7. First lead of the game for the Mustangs. 2 minutes, 43 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Keely's free throw, no good, but there's Carly Hinn with the rebound. Her putback won't go. Friesman got a rebound. She couldn't get her putback to go, and now Hyannis comes out of there with it. Good look inside. Secondary break. They can't get that shot to fall. Keely Campbell rips it out of there. Now she loses it. Ball loose on the floor. Hyannis maintains possession, and a timeout called by the Hyannis bench. 30-second timeout with 2 minutes and 24 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516, or you can check out her website at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And tax season is just around the corner. And accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. You can give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office and see her in person at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And remember, it pays to have an accountant on your side. 2 minutes, 24 seconds left to go in a very long first quarter. Mustangs lead it by 2, 9-7. 6 team fouls for Hyannis, 5 team fouls for the Mustangs. Officials calling this very closely. Hyannis inbounds the basketball. Brocious had that shot partially blocked, picked up by Hinn. Sassy ahead to Perez. That's good for 2. And the Mustangs now with a 4-point lead at 11-7. Quickly back the other way, and here come the Mustangs again. Josie Perez, left-handed dribble, all the way in, shot up and rolls off, no good. Brocious was there, provided some contact. Here comes Ramsey back the other way, and she has her shot blocked, but they're going to call a foul on Ashton Sassy. Good hustle by Ashton that time. She'll pick up her first foul. Ramsey had a clear path to the basket, but Sassy with the great hustle. The senior gets back, and she'll make her earn this one from the line, or make both of these. Make her earn the free throws. That's what we're trying to say. With 1:58 left to go in the first quarter. First free throw is up and good for Madison Ramsey. Makes it 11-8. One more free throw. The southpaw puts that one up, and good. More pressure by the Longhorns. And that one's taken away. Mustangs didn't handle that one well. 3-on-2 now. Ramsey with the layup, and that one is good. The Mustangs need to take better care of the basketball, as this pressure's causing them some trouble. Sassy brings it across. Now she'll flip it back up top to Carly Hinn at the top of the key. Carly will back it out, hand it off to Josie Perez, and they'll reset the offense with 1:30 left to go. We are tied at 11. Perez drives to the baseline, up underneath, high off the glass, and good. Excellent work by Josie Perez. She's got 6 points, and the Mustangs own a 2-point lead at 13-11. Brocious crosses the timeline, goes high post, that's Evans. Drives to the baseline, her shot may have been partially blocked, rebounded by Friesman. Carly Hinn looks ahead, there's Josie Perez was all alone under the basket, and Hinn's pass was just a little bit too high. She had 2 defenders right in her face. And so they turn it back over to Hyannis with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Schwanebeck back in and Evans out. Monahan crosses the timeline. Mustangs try to double her there. She goes inside to Rediger. Her shot is short. Brocious with the rebound, the putback, and it is good. Brittany Brocious with her first points of the afternoon, and we're tied at 13. They get it into Josie Perez. She'll cross the timeline. They've got her double team. She works around it, and now she collides with Shania Friesman, trying to set a pick for her there. And now a double dribble is going to be called on Josie Perez, and the Mustangs are flustered. Mustangs have walked right into a trap here in Hyannis in this first quarter, not ready at all for what the Longhorns have thrown at them. Ramsey on the left wing with 30 seconds to go. Brocious puts up the shot and knocks it down. 4 points for her, and that puts Hyannis back in the lead, 15-13. Hinn crosses the timeline, finds Ashton Sassy inside for Campbell. Campbell kicks it back out for Sassy, tees it up for 3. That one's no good, but rebounded by Hinn. Out for Perez. Head fake, pull-up jumper. That one may have been partially blocked. It was, and it's out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs. They'll have 7 seconds to work. Carly Hinn doesn't realize that it's Mustang basketball. 15-13 with 7 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Josie Perez to inbound it. Mustangs set up the play. Keely Campbell catches, shoots. That one won't go. Friesman battles for the rebound, but it's pulled out of there by Evans, I believe it is. No, that's not Evans. That is 33. That's Audra Kippis, the sophomore, into the game. And all that action only 3 seconds elapsed. And now they're going to put one back on. 4 seconds on the clock. And now Gracie Perez will come into the game for the Mustangs. She'll replace sister Josie. Coach Holbert trying to keep his top scorer from picking up a cheap third foul. With 4 seconds left, slapped out of bounds on the inbound try by Carly Hinn that time. A 2-point Hyannis lead, 15-13. Ramsey takes the inbounds pass. And that shot at the buzzer, no good. At the end of one, it is Hyannis 15 and it is Gordon-Rushville 13.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Live. End of the first quarter. Mustangs trail this one 15-13. Grocery Mart in downtown Gordon is your full-service grocery store, and they've got that personal hometown atmosphere. Hinn's Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and toys, and they've even got bikes and ride-on toys. Stop in and check it out, downtown Rushville. And it's not too late, almost, but not quite, to get the Christmas decorations out. Get everything you need to be the best on the block at True Value of Gordon. Ready to start this second quarter. Coach Randy Holbert trying to settle the troops down and get them back on track. Ashton Sassy pulls that one back, works against man-to-man defense by the Hyannis Longhorns. Sassy gave up her dribble. Now she'll find Carly Hinn. Carly cross court to Sassy. High post for Campbell. Looks down low for Perez. Shot up and rolls it in. She got the friendly roll. Josie Perez has 8. And we're tied at 15. And there's nearly a steal by Carly Hinn. Monahan too far under, rebounded by Friesman. Friesman's been doing great work inside in the paint so far today. Carly Hinn in the corner, puts it on the floor, drives baseline, kicks it out for Keely Campbell, but it's taken away by Jamison. Brooke Jamison up the floor. Stops, free throw line jumper by Rediger, good. Sierra Rediger has 5 points. We're tied at 17. No, 17-15. Excuse me, Mustangs still with a 2-point lead. Carly Hinn gets that one back into the corner for Sassy. Sassy thought about the three and passed it up. Dribbles back up to the top and resets. 6:45 to go second quarter. High post for Keely Campbell. Down low for Carly Hinn. Shot up high off the glass and good. Carly Hinn has 4. And now they'll throw that one away. Brooke Jamison throws that one away, and we are tied at 17. Tied at 17, trying to make sure we keep everything going here as we're doing a little on-the-fly training. Josie Perez takes the inbounds pass, dribbles through a couple of Longhorn defenders, brings it up the floor, and the Mustangs get ready to set their offense. Keely Campbell inside, tried to get it to Shania Friesman, and now a foul is going to be called. And that'll be on Evans. Caitlin Evans picks up her first foul. And the Mustangs now in the 1-and-1 bonus. Should be the 1-and-1. That's had 6 team fouls, and that should be the 7th. They've not put that up on the board. So it's an inbounds play for the Mustangs. And now we've got a 3-second call on the Mustangs. They'll turn it back over with 6:03 left to go. They get it ahead to Ramsey. She looks inside for Rediger. Rediger kicks it back up top for Jamison. Now to Ramsey on the left wing. In the corner, that's Brocious, partially blocked. Gets her rebound, puts that one back up, can't get it to fall. And a held ball on the rebound, and the possession arrow goes to the Hyannis Longhorns. 5:44 left to go, second quarter, tied at 17. Rediger to inbound it. Finds Ramsey inside, and she travels with it. Found herself outsized down there, tried to get some room and slid the pivot foot. And they'll turn it back over to the Mustangs. Here's Ashton Sassy. Takes the ball and brings it across the timeline. Dribbles fast, now she'll bring it back out. Carly Hinn at the top. Across to Josie Perez, 3-ball. That one's off the mark, no good, but Keely Campbell is there for the rebound, the put back in the score. Keely's got 4. Mustangs back up by 2, 19-17. Ramsey on the wing now. Looks inside. Dangerous pass. Jamison drives in too hard off the glass. Tipped around and pulled out of there by Hinn. Perez will track that down. And now that's on the line. It'll be Mustang basketball. Jamison took that one away. The long outlet pass by Carly Hinn was tracked down and saved by Josie Perez. Stolen by Jamison, and then she stepped on the sideline. Mustang basketball with 5:04 left to go. Gracie Perez will check back in. She'll take the place of Shania Friesman. So 2 freshmen on the floor for the Mustangs now, with Perez and Callie Schultz both on the floor. Carly Hinn across to Schultz. 5 minutes left to go. Perez in the corner to Schultz and swinging around to Hinn. Try to go down inside for Perez. Josie can't get the handle, and it falls out of bounds. It'll be Longhorn basketball with 4:51 to go in the second quarter. Mustangs by 2. Monahan on the wing. Now down in the corner, this is Ramsey. Puts up the shot, misses everything. Rebound and the putback. The Mustangs not having any luck at all. I think that was Ramsey with the rebound and the putback that time. Mustangs not rebounding. And a traveling call on Schultz. We'll give it right back. 4 minutes, 30 seconds, tied at 19. Second quarter action as Evans comes back into the game and Rediger goes out. Now Perez comes up to put some pressure on Ramsey as she takes that inbounds pass. And they'll set the offense. Both teams have gone to this man-to-man defense. Here's Monahan with a long shot. That won't go. Rebounded by Callie Schultz. Finds Josie Perez. Perez spin move in the lane. Up and can't quite get that one to fall. Ripped out of there by Jamison. Now quickly ahead to Monahan. Schultz is there, but Monahan goes up and over and puts that one in. And it's a 21-19 lead for Hyannis. So a 4-point run for the Longhorns. Schultz crosses the timeline and has that one taken away by Monahan, and then Schultz is going to reach in and commit the foul. And Callie Schultz just picked up her third. 3:54 left to go, second quarter, 21-19. Now Brocious back in and Ramsey heads to the bench. Schultz and Gracie Perez both back out. Friesman and Sassy back into the game. That free throw, no good. No lane violation called that time. Monahan with one more. And that's off the back of the rim, no good, but it's rebounded into the lane for Evans. Evans hung up and tied up. And alternating possession to the Mustangs. Audra Kippis back into the game as Monahan heads to the bench. Hinn to inbound it, finds Keely Campbell. Keely, dangerous pass that time. Hinn back across to Perez as they break the press and they go to work. Good defense being played by Hyannis. They've really got the Mustangs out of sync. Inside to Carly Hinn, high off the glass and good. We're tied. Carly Hinn has 6 first half points. Tied at 21, just under 3.5 left to go in the second quarter. Kippis on the wing, goes inside for Evans. Evans scoops it up and under, won't go, rebounded by Friesman. Another Friesman rebound, Ashton Sassy, excuse me. Audra, her older sister. Ashton is fouled. She is fouled by Jackie Schwanebeck, and that is her first. And so Ashton will head to the line for a 1-on-1 opportunity. Evans comes out. And Ashton misses the front end of the 1-on-1. 3:10 to go. Jamison works against Sassy. Kippis just inside the line, misses everything. Air ball, Mustang basketball with 3 minutes to go in the first half. Friesman takes the inbounds. They work it around and finally get it to Ashton Sassy. Now down to Friesman inside, one dribble up and under. Can't get that one to go. And rebounded by Brocious. Here come the Longhorns back the other way. This is Jamison. Leaves it for Kippis, and she can't convert. Ball loose on the floor, and that's a traveling call as Brocious hit the deck with it, tried to roll over, and travels with it. Now Sierra Rediger back into the game. She'll take the place of Audra Kippis. Now Monahan comes in for Brocious. Nearly stolen away by Monahan, but Sassy crosses the timeline and the Mustangs go to work with 2:30 to go. Hinn has it, looks inside. Now she'll toss it over to Ashton Sassy. Sassy guarded closely by Brooke Jamison. Goes for the steal. Then Sassy gets tied up. Now it's a 3-on-none as Rediger back down the floor and lays that one in. Rediger has 7 points, and Hyannis leads at 23-21. Josie Perez brings it up the floor this time. Tries to go inside, and that one's poked away. Rediger comes up with it, and then they give it right back. Carly Hinn takes it away. Now they've got Keely Campbell working against Rediger. High off the glass and no good. Rebounded by Jamison. Back and forth action now. Pull-up jumper may have been partially blocked, and that time a foul is committed by Josie Perez, and that is her third. Third foul on Josie Perez, and that will put number 14, Mackenzie Anderson, at the line for 2 shots. 23-21, Hyannis leads this one by 2. That first free throw is off the back iron and no good. Brocious will check in for Monahan. Gracie Perez checks in for Josie Perez. She'll head to the bench with that third foul. Anderson missed them both. Battle for the rebound and pulled away out of there by the Longhorns. And Jamison takes it down to the block. Pull-up jumper over Gracie Perez, and that is good. And another turnover. Mustangs really are struggling here. 27-21, the lead is 6 as we close in on a minute left to go in this first half. Carly Hinn puts it on the floor, goes inside for Keely Campbell. She can't get that shot to go. Her rebound and the putback, that also won't go. Carly Hinn wants an over the back call that time. She's not gonna get it. Alternating possession back to the Hyannis Longhorns. 1 minute on the dot left to go. Hyannis with a 6-point lead. So Brooke Jamison brings it up the floor. Mustangs back into the 2-3 zone. They got too many players in foul trouble. That shot by Brocious is good. She's got 8, and it's an 8-point lead. Ashton Sassy takes the ball and brings it across. Mustangs trying to trim into this lead by just a little bit. 35 seconds left to go before the half. Carly Hinn dribbles in, nearly lost it, gets it back. Up and over and throws that one away. Two Mustangs there, but they were both working their way into the lane, and the pass sails harmlessly out of bounds. 25 seconds left now. So Ramsey back into the game, crosses the timeline, drives into the lane, and that one's tipped out of bounds. They're going to say no, it's Mustang basketball. Last touch by one of the Longhorns. Mustangs need somebody to inbound the basketball. Finally, Carly Hinn will step up and do it. Gets it into Ashton Sassy. Sassy ahead to Keely Campbell. Keely with her foot on the line, has it poked away, and over and back called. Keely had 1 foot on one side, one on the other. She pivoted around and gave it back. 11 seconds left to go in the first half. Ramsey with 10 seconds to go at the top of the key. On the wing for Rediger, just inside the line. Shot up, no good. And rebound there by Friesman, but she can't hang on to it. It's out of bounds. It'll be Longhorn basketball with 3 seconds. 3 seconds left to go in the first half, 29-21. Over the top to Ramsey. Mustangs do a good job of getting a hand in her face, and that ball no good and out of bounds. But at the half, it's Hyannis 29 and Gordon-Rushville 21. Mustangs have walked right into an ambush here in Hay Springs this afternoon. See what Coach Holbert can get drawn up at the half, get them settled down and back into this one. At the half, 29-21, Mustangs on the short end.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
So we're at halftime from Hyannis. The Hyannis Longhorns hold an 8-point lead at the half, 29-21. Beyond Numbers, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Certified Public Accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They're a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax, accounting, and planning services for over 50 years, with offices in Scottsbluff, Chadron, Mullen, and Gordon. Contact the Gordon office at 106 North Main Street, or you can call 282-1295. And did you know that Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a wide variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you. And the First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Stop in and see the good folks at the First National Bank in Gordon. Let's take a look at some unofficial halftime statistics. Try and get those added up here as we go. And I know I missed a couple somewhere out in the middle here, so these are unofficial halftime stats. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez has 8 to lead the way. Carly Hinn has 6. Keely Campbell with 4. And Shania Friesman with 1. That rounds out the scoring for the Mustangs. for the Hyannis Longhorns. A balanced attack. Brittany Brocious, the freshman, the highest scorer in the first half. She had 8. Sierra Rediger with 7. Madison Ramsey added 6. Sarah Monahan had 4. And Jackie Schwanebeck added 2. The Mustangs have struggled mightily against the outstanding man-to-man defense and full court pressure that's been provided by the Hyannis Longhorns so far here. They just haven't been able to deal with that pressure. It's got them completely out of sync and out of system. They're going to have to try and find a way to deal with that. They are without the services today of Kenna Campbell. I don't know what the scoop is there, but the Mustangs really are missing the ball handling abilities of Kenna Campbell this afternoon as they work shorthanded against a very, very scrappy Hyannis Longhorn squad, a very scrappy and very young Hyannis squad. Just one senior on this team. They've played several freshmen here this afternoon, as have the Mustangs, but they've really made life difficult with that high-pressure defense that they've been playing here so far in the first half. We'll step aside and be back with second half basketball action in just about 5 minutes here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net coverage of Mustang basketball 2015. All right, my apologies. I just realized that that our broadcast crashed, and maybe it did and maybe it didn't. Looks like we still have everybody on board. Glad to have you along. Hopefully it was a false alarm. At any rate, we are just under a minute left before the start of the second half of a very entertaining first half of basketball. At the half, it is Hyannis 29 and the Mustangs 21. So the Mustangs today operating without the services of Kenna Campbell. She's not here, didn't make the trip today for this basketball game, and the Mustangs really could use her ball handling ability as they face a high pressure full court defense being applied by the Hyannis Longhorns. So we'll see what Coach Holbert has in store here for the second half. Mustangs have the basketball to start the half, and we're underway. Ashton Sassy works against Jamison in the corner for Perez. Now back out to Sassy. Mustangs going to try and get a little bit of ball movement here in the second half. They didn't do a very good job against the pressure in the first half. That one's tipped out of bounds by Rediger. They were trying to go inside for Hinn. It'll stay with the Mustangs. Just underway in the second half. 7:39 to go, third quarter. Perez to inbound it. Way up top, that's Ashton Sassy. Finds Hinn on that right wing. She looks inside. Turnaround jumper by Josie Perez. That one falls off no good. Hinn is there and bobbles it out of bounds. They'll give it back to the Hyannis Longhorns. Hinn had position. She just couldn't get a hand on it. And so here comes Monahan. Mustangs into the 2-3 zone, trying to keep themselves out of foul trouble. That shot by Jamison won't go. Evans tried to put up the shot and blocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. Rediger to inbound for Hyannis. $7:17 to go, third quarter. Rediger over the top to Jamison. Swings it around to Brocious, tipped and taken away by the Mustangs, and then thrown right away. Picked up by Brocious. She brings it back the other way. Jamison wants to hand it off to Monahan. Now she does. To Jamison, inside for Evans. And that's blocked by Keely Campbell. Quickly out ahead to Josie Perez. Lays that one up and good. Josie Perez now with 10 points. Mustangs start chipping away, 29-23. Carly Hinn tries for that steal again. And now Keely Campbell is going to be called for the reach. Keely Campbell picks up her second. 6:39 to go in the third quarter, 29-23. It's a 6-point Hyannis advantage. Ramsey and Anderson in. Monahan and Evans head to the bench. Hyannis substitutes liberally. They keep fresh bodies on the floor all the time. Rediger to inbound it. Over the top and taken away by Josie Perez. Perez brings it up the floor. Perez all the way in, kicks it out. Sassy wanted the three ball. Now she'll drive in, and she traveled. Wanted to make the pass, and it was gone by the time she got ready to toss the ball, and she turns it over. Nobody harder on Ashton than Ashton Sassy herself. Into the corner. And tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball. Tried to go inside for Brocious. Couldn't get a handle on it. Now Hyannis back to this full court pressure. Get it into Perez. They'll trap her there. Now she'll put it on the floor and bring it up the floor, working against Brooke Jamison. Perez spin move to the top of the key. Into the corner for Sassy. Sassy drives to the baseline. She's cut off there. Trying to find somewhere to go with it, and that's taken away. Timeout called by the Mustangs. Coach Holbert called the timeout just before the turnover. And Coach Holbert not real happy by his body language with the Mustangs at the moment. Essence in downtown Gordon has a great variety of unique items, and they've got a great selection of wines and more. You can stop in and check out their elegant store. See Amber today at 117 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 308-282-2014. That's Essence in downtown Gordon. If you're looking for some last-minute gift ideas, a great place to stop in. They've got a little bit of everything down there. Real high-quality items. Stop in and see them in downtown Gordon. 5 minutes, 59 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Mustangs trail by 6, 29-23. They've held Hyannis scoreless for the first 2 minutes of this third quarter. And that's a start. They get it into Perez. Perez goes inside for Hinn. That's tipped, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. I think that was Brooke Jamison. No, check that. It was Ramsey who came flying down the lane and tipped that one out of bounds. Hinn gets it into Keely Campbell. Back down to Hinn. That's an easy one for Carly Hinn. She knocks that one down. She's got 8 points, and the lead is cut to 4 with 5:45 to go in the third quarter. Brocious nearly lost the handle but got it back. Cross-court pass. This is Jamison up and good. No, check that. I think that was Ramsey who made that shot. They substitute so much, it's hard to keep track. Friesman in the lane, wild shot off balance. That won't go, pulled out of there by Rediger. Here's Jamison ahead to Ramsey. That one's up and good. And it's 33-25. And they're going to say Hyannis Longhorn ran right through the pick. Didn't get a look at who they called that foul on. We'll have to wait for him to put it up on the board. But a pick was set. I think it was Ashton Sassy. They're going to give that to Brooke Jamison, and that is her third. First team foul for the Longhorns. 5:05 to go, third quarter. Callie Schultz into the game. Perez drives baseline. Inside for Hinn. Hinn puts it on the floor. Good, tough move. Keely Campbell, the rebound, the putback, and it is good. Keely falling away with that one, but got it to fall. 33-27, back to a 6-point lead. Here's Brocious on the wing. High post for Rediger. Pulls the trigger quickly and gets it to fall. Hinn nearly has that one taken away on the inbounds pass, and now Mustangs lucky to get that one back, and Rediger's going to commit the foul. Sierra Rediger, I'm showing that as her first. Well, it is. 4:32 to go. Here's Ashton Sassy on the wing. She'll drive in and leaves it back out for Perez. Three-pointer on the way. Perez, good! Josie Perez for three. And that is just what the doctor ordered for the Mustangs. First three ball of the night, and now Monahan trying to answer, but that one won't go, and it's rebounded by Keely Campbell. Gets it ahead to Hinn, and she traveled with it. Pressure makes you do things you wouldn't normally do, and they give it right back. 4:04 to go, but it's cut to 35-30 on the three-pointer by Josie Perez. Perez playing with 3 fouls. She's got to be careful. Mustangs cannot afford to have her out of the basketball game. They'll inbound it to Ramsey. Top of the key now on the wing for Monahan. Mustangs still in that 2-3 zone. They've been there the whole second half. That one's partially blocked by Keely Campbell. Battle for it, tied up, and it's Longhorn basketball. And now Margaret Safarik, number 22, checks into the game. She takes the place of Jackie Schwanebeck. Monahan, good head fake, drives, and she is fouled. And that'll be Carly Hinn, I believe, picking up her second foul. That puts Monahan at the line for 2 free throws. She's 0 for 2 today. Makes the first, extends the lead to 36-30. Lines up the second and gets the friendly roll that time, 37-30. And there's another turnover by the Mustangs. Monahan up with that shot, won't go, but Josie Perez pulls it out of there and she is fouled. I believe that's Monahan who drew it. It is. That is Sarah Monahan. I'm showing that as her first. I got off on fouls somewhere during that first half, so I got to double check on each one of these, and it is the first. Third team foul on Hyannis. Handed off to Josie Perez, drives through traffic. All the way in, leaves it out for Callie Schultz. Back up top for Sassy. Now to Perez. Perez drives in. Good look down low for Keely Campbell, and she couldn't finish. Keely had a wide open shot at the basket and couldn't get it to fall. 3:23 to go. Ramsey up top for Monahan. Now they swing it around to Brocious. Brocious wants to go inside. Now she finds Ramsey coming underneath, and she traveled. And now the Mustangs back to dealing with the press. They go over the top to Sassy. Crosses the timeline. Sassy drives in. Now she'll peel it back out. On the wing for Schultz. Schultz back to Sassy. Guarded closely by Monahan. Now back to Schultz. Go inside for Campbell. Turnaround jumper by Keeley. That's no good. And it's rebounded by Hyannis. That's Safarik coming out of there with the rebound that time. And Josie Perez steals that one away. Perez brings it back up the floor. Perez all the way in, up and good. Josie Perez absolutely fearless. Takes that one to the hoop and a timeout called. Full timeout called by the Mustangs. Will take it with them. 2 minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Mustangs trail 37-32.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
Two minutes, 42 seconds left to go in the third quarter. The Mustangs have cut the lead from 8 at halftime down to 5. It's 37-32. Just one three-pointer in the game. That one came from Josie Perez. Hyannis has done a great job of not letting the Mustangs get open for the three ball, and now the Mustangs are going to go back to some full court pressure. They have to be careful. They've got some players in foul trouble, and Ashton Sassy nearly got the takeaway that time. Now they'll get the tip, but Brocious picks it up. Brocious drives to the basket, lays it up, and good. Brittany Brocious has 10 points, and we've got a foul called on the Mustangs after another turnover. Give that foul to Carly Hinn. That is her third. So Schultz, Perez, and Hinn all with 3 fouls apiece for the Mustangs. They get this into Jamison. She pulls the trigger and can't get it to go. There's Rediger with the rebound and the putback, and now it's 41-32. This is the biggest lead of the game for the Longhorns. Sassy drives to the baseline, tries to flip it back out, and has it taken away by Brocious. They'll flip it ahead to Jamison. And count the basket. Ramsey drew the contact and put it down. She'll have a chance at the three-point play with 2:03 left to go in the third quarter. It's now an 11-point lead, 43-32. So Ramsey with 10 points and misses the free throw. Quickly out to Josie Perez. Mustangs with numbers. Josie all the way in, up, and can't get it to fall. Friesman is there, but she can't get the follow to go. And now Ramsey back out with it. Mustangs have Ramsey trapped out at half court, and timeout called by Hyannis. Mustangs are very alert that time. They trapped Ramsey, but a timeout called, and it's 43-32 with 1:48 left to go. Mustangs had trimmed this lead to just 5, but 6 straight points has pushed that back to 43-32. Stop in and see Chris at Sides and Milburn Ford. They've got a 2013 Ford F-150. It's a crew cab, lariat package, 4x4 with an EcoBoost engine. It's got a trailer tow package, tailgate step, the chrome package, and it's got heated leather seats. It is a sharp looking outfit. It's only got 37,000 miles on it, locally owned, and you can drive it away today for just a tick over $34,000. Stop in and see the good folks at Sides and Milburn Ford. So ready to finish up this third quarter. 1 minute, 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. It's a 43-32 Hyannis lead. So Jamison hands it off to Ramsey. To Brocious on the right wing. They find Jamison coming across the baseline. They go high post for Rediger. Her shot, no good. The Mustangs really want to run against this Hyannis Longhorn team. Ashton Sassy misses everything. Off balance shot. They don't get a good look at the basket. And they'll turn it right back over to Hyannis with 1:26 to go. Keely Campbell comes in to take the place of Shania Friesman. Shania has done a great job on the boards. She only has 1 free throw to show for it. Now here's Ramsey to set it up. Now Jamison back to Ramsey. Mustangs still in that 2-3 zone. Jamison tries the 3 and nails it. 46-32. The Mustangs in some serious trouble here, folks. They try to go inside for Keely Campbell, but that's swatted away, and it'll stay with the Mustangs. You can see the confidence growing in these Hyannis Longhorns. With every minute that they maintain this lead, they get a little more confident as Ramsey heads to the bench. Monahan back in. They go over the top. Here's Ashton Sassy. Back out to Schultz. Back to Sassy on the wing. Try to go inside for Perez. Perez, turnaround jumper. That won't go. Keely Campbell is there, but she is fouled. The refs called the first 5 minutes of the first quarter so tight. They called every hand check that they could imagine, and the last 3 quarters have been absolutely brutal. They completely have changed their outlook on calling fouls as that first one falls in for Keely. As Brocious comes out of the game. 4 team fouls apiece. Keely misses the second, but there's Carly Hinn with the rebound, but can't get the putback to go. They go quickly ahead to Jamison. Gets it across, and now we're going to have a traveling call. Trying to see who that is. I think that was Anderson on the travel. She'll head to the bench, and Evans now back in. 46-33. 36 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Callie Schultz brings it up the floor. Ahead to Josie Perez. Josie drives in, scoop shot off glass. That won't go. Mustangs are really trying to push the pace as much as they can. Jamison works underneath. Now she'll dribble it back out. Jamison on the wing, high post to Rediger. That's off the back iron, no good. Nash and Sassy comes away with it. Ahead to Carly Hinn, running the floor well, under the basket a little too far, but she's able to get the shot to go. Carly's got 10. It's 46-35 as the clock runs out on the third quarter. but the lead has grown. Hyannis now leads it 46-35. That 8-point lead has grown to 11. Mustangs with some work to do as we head to the fourth.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
A whole lot of folks tuned in for what has turned into a very exciting game. Mustangs trail this one by 11 as they head to the fourth quarter. They're going to need to find some offense, so they're going to need to find a way of slowing up this Hyannis Longhorn offense as well, if they're going to claw their way back into this. Sassy nearly traveled with it. 3 ball for Perez. In and out, no good, but Callie Schultz with the offensive rebound gives them a second chance. Ashton Sassy. Now here's Hinn on the left wing. They go inside for Perez. Turnaround jumper in the lane. That one just rolls off, no good, and that's out of bounds. Hyannis basketball. Hyannis has done an outstanding job of challenging the Mustangs inside, not allowing them to take advantage inside. Here's Jamison. Now Mustangs back to the man-to-man. This is Ramsey. Tries to go inside for Rediger. Turnaround jumper. It's good. 48-35. 13-point lead, the biggest of the game. Sassy brings it up the floor. Keely Campbell, one dribble. Now she'll kick it out to Schultz. Across to Sassy. Now across to Schultz. Work it inside, high post to Hinn. Shovels it out to Perez. Perez drives in, puts up a shot. A lot of contact there. And no foul called. It looks like a whole different set of officials from the first 5 minutes of the first half. And now Carly Hinn just picked up her fourth. .636 left to go, fourth quarter, 48-35. And Caitlin Evans at the free throw line. She'll have 2 free throws. She hasn't scored yet today, and her first one is no good. Now Ramsey out, Monahan back in. Friesman comes in to give Carly Hinn a breather. She'll head to the bench with those 4 fouls. So Evans with 1 more. And she makes that one. Makes it 49-35. It's a 14-point lead. They try to go down low. Brocious tips that one away. They flip it ahead to Monahan. Somehow Monahan is able to put that one into the basket, and she twisted her ankle badly as she came down. She says, "No, I'm all right." She's gonna get up and walk it off. That's a tough kid right there. She says, "Don't come and get me. I'm gonna walk it off." She'll take a seat at the end of the bench. Everything feels better when you're up by 16 points. Ashton Sassy works against the pressure. They get it ahead to Josie Perez. Perez drives in, kicks it out for Keely Campbell. Keely leaves it for Josie. Josie tees it up for 3. That one is short, rolls off, no good. And it's pulled out of there by Ashton Sassy, and she's going to be fouled by Evans. And the one thing that today will illustrate is the value of Kenna Campbell to this basketball team. Mustangs need really needed one more ball handler today to help deal with this pressure. And don't take anything away from the Hyannis Longhorns. They've done an outstanding job defensively. The Mustangs, from the very get-go, could never find an offensive rhythm. As Rediger heads to the bench. Just under 6 minutes to go in the game. Perez inbounds it to Callie Schultz. Schultz across to Perez on the left wing. Perez into the corner for Sassy. 3-ball. That one's off the front of the rim and no good. Collision there. Evans comes down the floor, flips it across to Jamison. Great pass. Nice look that time. An outstanding pass. And 2 more on the board. 53-35. And the Mustangs are just lost. Evans drives in, puts up the shot. That one's a little too hard. Evans gets the rebound. She is fouled, and she'll head back to the free throw line. I think that was Friesman who came over and made the contact. It is on Friesman. I show that as her first. Puts Evans at the line for 2 more. She's 1 for 2 today. Makes the first, and that is Shania's second foul. Monahan back into the game. Good to see that. Brocious heads out. (54-35). Evans makes the second. She's now 3 of 4 from the line. 55-35. It's a 20-point lead. And Perez all the way in. She has it stripped. And that layup won't go, but the follow is good. I think that was Ramsey on the follow. 57-35. And now a foul called. That's called against Ramsey. I show that as being her second. So both teams now in the 1-and-1 for the last 4:55 of the fourth quarter. Schultz takes the inbounds pass. Gets a pick from Perez. Kicks it out for Friesman. Friesman back up to Schultz. And around to Perez with 4:40 to go. Down into the corner for Sassy. Tees it up for 3. That one's off the mark and no good. Tracked down by Brooke Jamison. Jamison up the left side ahead to Evans. Evans looks inside. That was tipped. Monahan got a hand on it. Here's Jamison. Jamison pull-up jumper. That one's off the back iron, no good. Schultz. And now that one's nearly stolen by Monahan, but she stepped on the line. It'll stay with the Mustangs with 4:15 to go. Now Brocious back in to take the place of Brooke Jamison. 57-35. Now Josie Perez works it across. Ashton Sassy in the corner tries to go inside for Carly Hinn, but it's taken away and a foul is going to be called. See who they give this to. Sassy and Perez both in the area. They'll give it to Ashton Sassy. And that is just her second. But it puts Hyannis at the free throw line for a 1-and-1 opportunity. This is Jackie Schwanebeck. She's got 2 points today. And she'll have a 1-and-1 here with 4:03 to go in the fourth quarter. Makes the first. Gracie Perez comes in to take the place of Callie Schultz. Schwanebeck lines up the second. That one's off the mark, no good, but it's rebounded by Brocious. Ramsey shot up and good for 2 more. 60-35, and this has been a total collapse by the Mustangs in this second half. They kick it out. Gracie Perez for three. That one's short, and Josie Perez just fouled out. No, well, that might be just her fourth foul. I think that's just her fourth. Yeah, it is just four, so Josie will get to hang around for a while longer. 3:47 left to go, 60-35, and it puts Schwanebeck back at the line for 1-1. And the first one rolls out, no good. Rebounded by Keely Campbell. Carly Hinn to bring the ball up the floor. Across to Perez, three ball. That one won't go, and Mustangs can't do anything right today. It has just been one of those days. Josie will try another one. That one won't go. Can't buy a basket. Here's Schwanebeck. That shot too hard. And now we're going to have a foul on one of the Longhorns. Give that foul to Schwanebeck. That is her second. And now the Mustangs with a chance for the 1-1. This will be Carly Hinn at the free throw line. Carly with 10 points. Now Anderson in and Evans out. And the depth of this Hyannis bench has been a huge factor in this game. They've been able to just wear the Mustangs out. Carly's first free throw is short. Brocious picks up the rebound and heads up the floor. This is Ramsey, spins around and squares up. Has it poked away by Josie Perez, and Perez gets it. And they're going to say out of bounds, Hyannis basketball. Wasn't sure if he had called a foul there or just signaling that it was out of bounds. Here's Kippis. Now Brocious inside for Schwanebeck. Turns around, puts up the shot. That won't go. Anderson is there, and she is fouled. Foul is on Carly Hinn. That is her fifth, and she is fouled out. So Carly will end her day with 10 points. 3:03 left to go in the fourth quarter. 60-35. And good show of sportsmanship as the Hyannis Longhorns come over and give her a pat on the back as she heads to the bench. So nice sportsmanship that time as Carly's just ready to get home at this point. So 3:03 left to go. Mackenzie Anderson. First one is no good. 3 from the free throw line. Makes the second. Mustangs get the ball in to Ashton Sassy. I don't know why I'm having so much trouble with that today. Living on the edge, and now a foul going to be called. And that'll put Josie Perez at the line. She'll have a 1-on-1 opportunity. Ramsey heads to the bench. So Josie Perez misses the first, and then she'll track down that rebound, and they're going to say that Josie was on the line, and Josie's frustrated. I think probably that could be said of the entire Mustang team. Frustration really starting to set in now. They inbound that to Brooke Jamison. Mustangs putting on the full court press here. Brocious gets it over to Kippis. Now Jamison. 2:40 to go in the fourth quarter. Over the top to Brocious. Drives baseline, and she traveled. Here's Peruzzi with 2 more on the board, 61-37. There's a takeaway by Perez. Ashton Sassy has that one ripped out of her hands, and it'll be Mustang basketball. Brocious now will get a little bit of a rest. Perez puts that shot up. That won't go. Ball tipped around and be tossed out. Brooke Jamison tracks it down, heads to the hoop, lays that one up and won't go. And now Shania Friesman on the ground, grabbing her left knee, and that does not look good. We'll take a break. We'll be back in just a minute.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
The way we see it, if you're going to call something smart, it better help you get real work done. Help you grow food, feed, and energy independence. Help you get the most with the latest precision farming technology while doing the job right and on time. From combines to tractors to hay tools, visit your New Holland dealer today to see equipment built New Holland smart.
Visit your authorized dealer today.
New Holland.
So Shania Friesman down holding that left knee, and she hasn't moved, and now they're not letting her move, and so it certainly does not look good for Shania. So we'll try and get a little bit of a prognosis as we head towards the boys' game here, but Shania certainly in a considerable amount of pain, and we certainly feel very, very bad for her. And so we'll just kind of have to go into a holding pattern here for a little bit as they work on Shania, waiting for something. I'm guessing waiting for some medical assistance. She went down and immediately grabbed that left knee, and so we'll just kind of have to hold tight here for a little while. Looks like we may be in for a considerable delay. We're going to mute the sound here and just kind of let us be in a holding pattern, as I know that mostly what I do is talk nonsense anyway, and we don't need any more of that than we can handle. So fourth quarter, 2 minutes and 8 seconds left to go, and Hyannis leads this one 61-37. We will step aside, we'll mute the sound, and when we are ready for more basketball action, we'll be back with you. So hold tight. Thanks, everybody, for your patience, and as soon as we can get back to basketball action, we certainly will here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. So we're still waiting as they haven't allowed Shania to move from where she ended up at. Gone back and with the help of the Hyannis video crew, got another look at that. And Shania planted, turned, and tried to head back up the floor. And as she did, the foot stayed still and her knee just gave out. And so they are waiting, I think, for the ambulance to get here to immobilize that and to get her off to somewhere to get a little more attention. So as it is, we're just going to have to be patient and hang on a little while longer. And as we know any more, we certainly will let you know. So be patient and stick with us. Boys varsity action, of course, immediately following this. And we'll bring all of that to you here on SheridanCountyJournalStar.net. So just an update, the ambulance has arrived, and they've got a stretcher out here that they're going to start working on Shania and get her taken care of, and that's certainly good to see. So progress is being made, and just continue to be patient and hang tight. We'll be back with basketball action as soon as we can. So for all of you who are hanging in there with us, thanks very much for your patience. They finally got Shania to a point where they're ready to get her loaded onto the stretcher and get her wheeled out. And so certainly not at all what we were expecting or hoping to see at all. Certainly wish Shania the best. And very unfortunate for Shania as they've got her loaded onto the stretcher now, as the Mustang team you saw come across, and they're all over there to wish her the very best. And we certainly feel terrible for Shania and her family. And for those of you who are hanging around and hanging with us, we apologize. We're fighting with internet connectivity issues all of a sudden. We've had good service, good internet speed through most of the game, but for some reason we have really crashed here. And so we'll keep troubleshooting that and try to keep things going as well as we can here. But so a great job by the Hyannis EMTs and medical staff, as now the crowd will give Shania a standing ovation as she heads out the door on the stretcher. But they've done a great job of making sure that they do everything the right way and not hurrying through anything. And so now it is time to get back to basketball action. The Mustangs would just as soon be finished and done with the last 2 minutes and 8 seconds of this game. And now the officials meeting with the coaches at half court. 2:08 left to go in the game here. Hyannis firmly in command, 61-37. So the Mustangs really ran into an ambush today here in Hyannis. I don't think they were expecting this at all, and maybe a certain amount of underestimating their opponent today. I can't say for sure, but they certainly never were able to find an offensive rhythm today. They Hyannis came out in a zone defense for the first few minutes, but then switched to a man-to-man and full court pressure, and the Mustangs never could overcome that, never could find a rhythm. They turned the ball over a ton and just couldn't get good looks at the basket. They were unable to get looks from the outside, not able to work the ball inside and get consistent production in the paint as well. And on top of that, not saying that good, bad, or otherwise, but the officials called the first 5 minutes of the game extremely close. Every hand check, every time somebody looked cross-eyed at somebody else, they called a foul. And from that point on, from about the 2-minute mark left to go in the first quarter, from that point on, it has been a no-holds-barred match, and contact, very few fouls called, and really turned into a physical ball game. And Mustangs never adjusted to that. They could never overcome that pressure and that pressure defense. and really let themselves be taken out of the game is what it amounts to. 61-37, 2:08 to go as both teams now with the opportunity to warm back up again. I'm not sure what the time frame is here before we finish this game off. Until we're ready for basketball action again, and now we've got the buzzer sounding. Maybe that means we're ready to go. Both teams seem to be heading to the bench, and we're ready to finish up this last 2 minutes and 8 seconds of this ball game. So 2:08 left to go, fourth quarter. 61-37 is our score. Both teams huddling up and getting some last-minute instructions. It certainly makes the score of the game seem pretty irrelevant after a severe injury to one of your players, and puts things right back into perspective that there's a whole lot of things more important than winning and losing on the basketball court. And so the Mustangs will come back out here and they'll finish off this last 2:08 and get ready to move on to the holiday tournament next week, where they'll head to Alliance. We'll have those games for you on the 29th and the 30th. So finally, I think, ready to get back to basketball action. Josie Perez has the basketball. She'll inbound it to Ashton Sassy. Back to Perez. She dribbles through pressure, crosses the timeline, kicks it over to Ashton Sassy. Now back out to Gracie Perez. Josie Perez drives into the lane, contact, and the foul is called on one of the Longhorns, and that'll send Josie Perez to the free throw line. I'm going to give that foul to Mackenzie Anderson. I show that as her second foul, and it'll put Josie Perez at the free throw line for 2. Josie makes the first, makes it 61-38. 1:56 left to go. And the second one rolls off no good. And that stat should tell you an awful lot about the Mustangs' day. Josie Perez has only shot 3 free throws, and she's made just one of those 3. And Josie normally shoots 8 to 10 free throws at least, as there's a nice jumper by Ashton Sassy. Her first bucket of the game. And now we've got a turnover by Hyannis as ball handler stepped on the line, heading up the floor. Now mass substitutions for Hyannis. Evans, Rediger back into the game along with Brocious. Here's a steal by Monahan. She lays that one up and it rolls off no good. Brocious can't get that shot to go. And a tie-up called, and the possession arrow goes to Hyannis. 1:23 left to go. And a traveling call on Monahan. They'll get it into Schultz, and she'll bring it up the right sideline, and they're going to say that Schultz stepped on the sideline and turns it back over to Hyannis with 1:18 to go. So Brocious has it on the left wing. Jamison in the corner. They go inside to Rediger. Shot up and good. 63-40, and now we've got a push called on Hyannis. 1:04 to go. couldn't see as the official indicated to the scorer's table who that foul was on. Have to wait for him to put it up on the board. It'll be Josie Perez at the line. First one is good. They give that foul to number 12. That's Brocious, and it is her second. So Perez gets the roll that time. 3 for 5 now from the free throw line. Nearly stolen by Sassy. Inside to Rediger, off glass, in and out, no good. Rebounded by Gracie Perez, ahead to sister Josie Perez. Josie's going to take it all the way in, and a blocking foul called on Brooke Jamison. And that is Jamison's 4th foul. Josie likes to take it to the hoop. He knew exactly where she was going. Drove right in and draws the foul. 63-42 with 51 seconds left. And Josie makes the first. 63-43. And she misses the second, but Ashton Sassy is there for the rebound. Put back won't go. Ashton reaches in, and she'll be called for her 3rd foul. The Mustangs will have a lot to learn, a lot to take away from this game today. And hopefully they'll use that to good effect as they go forward. So Evans misses the first. 48 seconds left in this one. And she makes the second. And Hyannis sticks with that full court pressure. Now it's full court man-to-man pressure, and Ashton Sassy dribbles that one off of her foot. They go down to Brocious. She can't convert. Anderson has her shot blocked, and Josie Perez reaches in, and that's a frustration foul. Josie fouls out. 31 seconds left to go, and Josie just kind of said enough is enough, reached in and drew the foul, and she'll head to the bench. 64-43 as the Hyannis Longhorns come over, and they'll all shake the hand of Josie Perez. And that will put Sierra Rediger at the line for 2 free throws as both teams in the double bonus. First one's no good off the front of the rim. And she misses everything on the second. And so it'll be Mustang basketball with 31 seconds left to go. And Hyannis still in full court pressure here. Not sure what that solves other than to make the game last even longer. And there's a takeaway. Flip it ahead. Jamison got away with a travel that time. And here's Brocious. Rediger will back it out with 15 seconds left to go. Jamison across to Brocious. Brocious on the dribble. Now she'll back it out with 7 seconds. Up top for Rediger. Across to Jamison, and she'll put up a long 3 at the buzzer, and she knocks it down. Just to rub a little more salt in the wound, and that makes it a final score of 67-43. The Mustangs come out on the short end of this one. We'll total up some final unofficial scoring totals, and we'll be back and ready for boys basketball action after this, after a word from our sponsors.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
These are exciting times here at New Holland Agriculture. It's no secret that dealers define who we are. This group of energized businessmen are delivering like never before. And what are they delivering? New products, service, and equipment for people with field smarts just like you.
All right, some final unofficial scoring totals. For the Mustangs, Josie Perez finishes with 21 points to lead the way. Carly Hinn finished with 10. Keely Campbell added 7. Ashton Sassy finished with 2, and Shania Friesman with 1. For the Hyannis Longhorns, very balanced attack. Sierra Rediger finished with 15 points. Madison Ramsey with 14. Brittany Brocious, the freshman, added 10. Sarah Monahan added 8. Then we had Caitlin Evans with 4. Mackenzie Anderson with 3, and Jackie Schwanebeck also with 3. With the win, Hyannis improves to 4-2. The Mustangs fall to 3-3. Gordon-Rushville gets ready to head for the Alliance Holiday Tournament the 29th and 30th of next week, and we'll be there to bring that action to you. We know that it'll be the Mustangs, the Bridgeport Bulldogs, and usually it's been the Mitchell Tigers. The Mitchell Tigers that will be there. Sorry, I got too many things going on here all at once in that tournament. So we'll step aside and be ready for the start of boys varsity action. They haven't started the warm-up clock yet, but we won't be far from it. And when that time comes, we'll be back with pregame action for you in just a bit here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. Not sure why that's 11 minutes and 30 seconds left to go before the start of today's boys varsity basketball action between the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs and the Hyannis Longhorns. Let's take a look at the starting lineups for these two teams. First, for the homestanding Hyannis Longhorns, they come into today's game with a season record of 1 win and 4 losses. That 1 win is deceptive. That was a forfeit win against Banner County. And so for all practical purposes, they are 0-4 coming into today's game. Starters today for the Hyannis Longhorns, number 12, Austin Anthony. He is a 6'1 senior. Number 14 is Bo Holthus, a 5' 10" junior. Number 50 is Cameron Jensen. He is a 5' 7" freshman. Number 24 is Gabe Haney. He is a 5'11 senior. And number 52 is Emmett Hoover. He is a 6' senior. For the Mustangs, they come into today's matchup with a season record of 3 wins and 2 losses. Starters today for the Mustangs, number 3, Ryan Schwarting, is a 5' 8" senior. He is the Mustangs' leading scorer at 15 points per game. Going right down the list. Can't do that. Number 12, Corby Campbell, is a 6' 3" sophomore. He averages 6 points per game. Just doing a little bit of housekeeping here as we go. Apologize for that. Number 22, Trace Bagan, is a 5' 10" sophomore, averaging 5 points per game. Number 23, Rhett Conroy, the 6' 3" senior. He averages 3 points and 6 rebounds per contest. And number 24, Jared Nelson, is a 6' sophomore. He averages 12 points per game. Mustangs coming off of a big overtime win on Saturday against the Mullen Broncs, or Broncos, not sure which that is. I was unable to attend the contest. It was extremely entertaining. The Mustangs pulled it out in overtime, and they improved their record to 3-2. Hoping to get their 4th win here this afternoon. 9 minutes left to go in the pregame. It's the Mustangs and the Longhorns from Hyannis. Glad to have you along with us. We'll step aside and be back with more basketball action in just a few minutes. So for those of you who were along with us for the girls varsity game, things kind of happened all at the same time. Shania Friesman went down with a severe left knee injury. And at about the same time, our internet service here, we use Hyannis's Wi-Fi. At about that same time, our Wi-Fi service decided to go south on us, and so we've troubleshot that. We hope we've got things up and running for everybody as we move through this boys varsity game. We'll keep an eye on that and try to give you the best possible picture that we can. We've got a nice big crowd along with us here this afternoon. Glad to have you on board as we get ready for the Mustangs and the Longhorns. Technology certainly is always the biggest challenge that we face as we go through these broadcasts. But I think we've got it all lined out now. 7 minutes and 24 seconds left to go before the opening tip of today's game. Gives us an opportunity to remind you about some of our absolutely outstanding sponsors. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Family owned since 1932, Strong Insurance is your independent insurance company. They offer all forms of insurance. Stop in at 224 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can call 282-0560. Beyond Numbers, Fred A. Lockwood and Company Certified Public Accountants is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They are a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual, agricultural, and business tax, accounting, and planning services for over 50 years. They've got offices in Scottsbluff, Sheridan, Mullen, and of course, in Gordon. Stop by and see the Gordon office, downtown Gordon today, or you can call 282-1295. And True Value of Gordon has something for everyone on your list this holiday season. Christmas is just a couple of days away, folks, so you better hurry down there and find some cookware, small appliances, latest and greatest tools, you name it, they've got it, and they now have a select assortment of toys. Stop in and see Buck and the crew at True Value in Gordon. Hins Home Furnishings invites you to stop and see their completely remodeled store. New items are arriving daily, and they have a full line of appliances, sofas, recliners, mattresses, and a whole lot more. And if you don't see what you're looking for, they can get it for you. They also offer free local delivery. And remember, every dollar you spend locally keeps money in our community. Stop and see Chuck at Hins Home Furnishings in downtown Gordon. And Grocery Mart in downtown Gordon is your full-service grocery store, and they've got that personal hometown atmosphere that makes you feel right at home. Stop in and see the good folks at Grocery Mart today. Tax season is just around the corner, and accountant Carol Child is your one-stop resource for all your accounting and tax needs and a whole lot more. Give her a call at 282-0842, or you can stop by her office at 216 South Main Street in Gordon. And are you looking to buy or sell real estate in the Panhandle? Give Barb Scher a call at 282-1516, or you can check out her website at scherrealestate.com. That's SCHAER realestate.com. And stop by Sides and Milburn Ford today and check out the 2013 Ford F-150 that they've got on the lot. It's a crew cab, Lariat, 4x4 EcoBoost engine. It's got a trailer tow package, tailgate step, the chrome package, and it's got heated leather seats. This is a locally owned trade. It's got 37,000 miles on it, and you can drive it home today for just $34,150. Stop in and see Chris Heiser at Sides and Milburn Ford in Rushville. And Essence has a great variety of unique items and a great selection of wines and a whole lot more. Stop in and see the elegant store at 117 North Main Street in Gordon. Amber will help you out with those last-minute Christmas gift ideas. They're located at 117 North Main Street in Gordon, or you can give them a call at 282-2014. And, of course, the Sheridan County Journal Star is your source for all the news that is news in Sheridan County. And the Journal Star is available as an online edition, available at your fingertips anytime, anywhere. Great for your college student or anybody who's out of the area that wants to keep up with all the goings-on in Sheridan County. Check it out at SheridanCountyJournalStar.net/subscriptions. 3 minutes left to go before the opening tip of today's boys varsity game between the 1-4 Hyannis Longhorns and the 3-2 Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. We'll step aside one last time and be ready for basketball action in just a minute.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
In case you missed it earlier, we'll run down through the starters one more time. For the Hyannis Longhorns, it'll be Austin Anthony, Bo Holtis, Cameron Jensen, Gabe Haney, and Emmett Hoover on the floor to start the game for the Hyannis Longhorns. For the Mustangs, it'll be Ryan Schwarting, Corby Campbell, Trace Bagan, Rhett Conroy, and Jared Nelson. just about ready to get things underway in the second contest of the day. If you missed it earlier, Mustangs ran into a buzzsaw down here in Hyannis. They fell in the first game of the first contest of the day here today, 67-43. The boys trying to right the ship and send everybody back to Gordon-Rushville in a little better frame of mind. And we certainly wish all the best to Shania Friesman and her family, as she was injured in the first game of the of today's contest, and so we certainly wish her all the best. We'll turn it over to the public address announcer for the introductions of the starting lineups.
Introduce tonight's starting lineups. First, our guest, the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. A 5'9" senior, number 3, Ryan Swarting. A 6'3" sophomore, number 12, Corby Campbell. A 5'11" sophomore, number 22, Trace Bacon. A 6'4" senior, number 23, Rhett Conroy. And a 6' sophomore, number 24, Jared Nelson. The Mustangs are coached by Joel Nelson, assisted by Harry Ritz and David Morris. Now introducing the starters for your hometown Hyannis Longhorn. A 6'1" senior, number 12, Austin Anthony. A 5'10" junior, number 14, Bo Holtberg. A 5'7" freshman, number 50, Cameron Jackson. A 5'11" senior, number 24, Gabe Haney. And a 6' senior, number 52, Emmett Hoover. The Longhorns are coached by Charles Ferguson, assisted by Kevin Tossman.
So there are the starting lineups for the two teams. For Hyannis, Anthony, Holthus, Jensen, Haney, and Hoover. And for the Mustangs, Schwarting, Campbell, Bagan, Conroy, and Nelson. Rhett Conroy in the circle, ready to jump it up and get things underway. 8 minutes on the clock. Hyannis breaks the huddle, and it'll be Anthony in there to jump it up against Chris Conroy to get things going. And away we go. Conroy wins the tip, controlled by Jared Nelson. He'll bring it up the floor for the Mustangs, and we are underway. Nelson gives the slip to Anthony into the lane. Good pass inside, kicked back out by Conroy. Now Nelson has it at the top of the key. Nelson works against Anthony. Now here's Bagan, wants to go inside, finds Corby Campbell. They swing it around to Nelson on the left wing. Man-to-man defense by the Longhorns, and we got a foul called on Bo Holthus as he came in just a little too close that time, trying to get the steal. That's his first foul. 7:33 to go, no score. And glad to have you along with us just a couple of days before Christmas. Merry Christmas from everyone at the Sheridan County Journal Star. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. Chris Conroy has it on the left wing to Campbell, top of the key. They swing it around to Nelson on the right wing. Now Schwarting curls into the lane, and we're got a push called on one of the Longhorns. And that is two quick fouls on Bo Holthus. And Holthus stays in the game. Nelson to inbound it. Goes down low for Campbell, gathers it in, and now kicks it out to Bagan. Now Ryan Schwarting out near the timeline. Schwarting works in against Holthus. Find Nelson on the wing, now up top for Corby Campbell. Great ball movement and patience by the Mustangs as Schwarting goes in and lost the handle on it. They get it ahead to Anthony. Anthony up and around and can't make the shot. Hoover with the rebound, the putback, and that won't go. And then tipped out of bounds. Not sure what, we have a foul called? We got an injury timeout. All right, trying to figure out what exactly stopped play. An injury timeout to Austin Anthony. Mustangs with the basketball. Nelson brings it up the floor with 6:45 to go in the first quarter. Still no score. Inside to Chris Conroy. He has it poked away, but it's picked up by Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting works against Holthus into the lane, and he draws the foul. Ryan Schwarting doing what Ryan Schwarting does best. Drives to the hoop and draws the foul. He'll have 2 free throws. So quick on that first step. They give that foul to Emmett Hoover, and that is his first. It's the 3rd team foul on Hyannis. Schwarting lines it up and knocks it down. Mustangs on the board first, 1-0. Lines up the second. Nothing but net there. And a 2-point Mustang lead. They try to go down low to the baseline to Holthus, and it's too high out of his fingertips and out of bounds. So Mustangs get the turnover with 6.5 to go first quarter. They lead it 2-0. Jared Nelson sets it up. They go high post for Campbell. Backdoor cut. Schwarting can't finish. Gets his own rebound. He's in the middle of 4 Longhorns, and Holthus strips it away from him. Now they go to Hoover. He leaves it for Jensen in the corner. Jensen to Hoover, hands it back off to Jensen. He steps on the end line and turns it back over to the Mustangs. So 3 turnovers in the early going for the Hyannis Longhorns. But they only trail it 2-0. 6:04 left to go first quarter. Jared Nelson lines it up again. Trace Bagan on the wing, looks inside. Now he finds Campbell top of the key. Nelson curls around into the lane. Up and good. Nice work inside by Jared Nelson that time, and it's a 4-point Mustang lead. Now the Mustangs thought about trapping. Haney stepped on the sideline, but they missed that. Now quickly ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Lays it up and good for 2 more. Ryan Schwarting has 4, and it's a 6-point Mustang lead with 5:30 to go in the first quarter. Now Hoover brings it up the floor. He's guarded by Conroy. Hoover in the corner for Jensen, guarded by Schwarting. Jensen gets it to Hoover. He'll look. They try to go up top, and it's swatted away, and that's going to be, no, they're going to say one of the Mustangs touched it. Mustangs come away with it. Here's Jared Nelson. Tees it up for 3. Good! Jared Nelson strikes from long range. He's got 5 points. It's 9-0 with 5 minutes left to go in the first quarter. And there's a pass to Jackson Davis, who's come into the game, but he travels with it. He had a good look at the basket. 1 too many steps. So Jensen out, and into the game comes Tristan Gillison for the first time this afternoon. Just under 5 to go in the first quarter. It's a 9-0 Mustang lead. These Mustang boys may have learned a lesson from the girls, because they may have taken the Longhorns just a little too lightly. And there's a rebound by the Longhorns. And Hoover brings it up the floor. Switches hands down the lane, taken away by Corby Campbell. 4-on-1. Trace Bagan down the floor, up and under, contact. Basket won't go, but Trace Bagan will be fouled. He'll head to the free throw line. So Trace Bagan with 2 free throws. They give that foul to Gabe Haney. That is his first. Trace makes the first and makes it a 10-point ball game in the early going. Now Anthony, after working the kinks out of that ankle, comes back in. He replaces Davis in the lineup. Trace Bagan with 1 more free throw. And that one is good. Mustangs 4 for 4 from the line in the early part of this first quarter. Now they get it ahead to Gillison, leaves it for Anthony, drives in, contact, no call, and he puts it up and in. Longhorns on the board. It's 11-2. Nelson drives into the lane, puts the shot up, and somehow squeaks that one over the front of the rim. He's got 7, 13-2 with 4 minutes to go. Mustangs with some full court pressure. They go down low for Jensen. Leaves it for Anthony. Anthony, good strong move to the hoop, up and good. Austin Anthony finally starting to find the rhythm. Here's Ryan Schwarting. He'll drive in, scoop shot, up and good. Not a lot of defense being played by either team in the paint at the moment. Anthony drives down, kicks it over, now out to Haney. His shot misses everything. Hoover throws it back in, but right to Ryan Schwarting. Quickly ahead to Rhett Conroy. Rhett, up and good. 2 points for the senior. And it's 17-4 and a timeout called on the floor by the Hyannis Longhorns. 3:24 left to go in the first quarter, and it's a 13-point Mustang lead. Say thanks to the sponsors of today's game. The First National Bank of Gordon, Strong Insurance, Fred A. Lockwood and Company, Gordon True Value, Hins Home Furnishings, Hins Hardware, Grocery Mart, Carol Child Accountant, Barb's Share Real Estate, Sides and Milburn Ford, Essence, Modern Farm Equipment, and the Sheridan County Journal Star. And folks, if you're looking for some place to come and watch a basketball game, you're not going to find any place better that has better food than you will find here at Hyannis. They've got a full-blown menu out there in the concession stand, and it's just not any old food. Hamburgers with handmade patties, cheese sticks, you name it. It's all homemade, handmade, and they do a great job here. By far the best food. We see a lot of different concession stands in our travels around the Panhandle, and this one blows them all away. Great work by the Hyannis Longhorns and great hospitality. Turnaround jumper by Haney. That's blocked out of bounds by the Mustangs. It'll stay with the Longhorns. 3 minutes on the dot left to go in the first quarter. Now Brady Bolender into the game for the Mustangs. They go inside to Haney, but he can't get the shot to go. And Sean Combs gets the rebound. He falls down. He's called for traveling. They'll give it back to Hyannis. 2:54 to go, and 17-14 is the score. Anthony in the corner. Goes inside for Haney and can't get it to fall. He gets the rebound, and the putback is good. 17-6. Bolender on the wing. Now to Nelson at the top of the key. Nelson works against Anthony. Now to Bolender back on the wing. Inside for Corby Campbell. Didn't realize that Haney was right there. Turned to spin to the basket, and Haney just took it away from him. Here's Anthony working against Nelson. Now Gillison, pull-up jumper. That one's short. Pulled out of there by Bolender. Bolender now pulls it back into the corner for Dylan Schwarting, who's into the game now. And now Jared Nelson will reset the offense. Backdoor cut by Bolender. Good. They will wear you out with that high-low play. They catch you on the backdoor cut. Dylan Schwarting called for the blocking foul. And that is the first team foul on the Mustangs. 19-6 is the score. Anthony works against Trace Bagan now. On the dribble. Gets it to Hoover in the lane. Shot off glass and good. 19-8. Schwarting drives into the lane, looks, leaves it to a cutting Sean Combs. Nicely played. Sean Combs cutting down the lane and lays it in for an easy two. There's nearly a takeaway. Jensen picks it up for Hyannis. Hoover drives into the lane, dumps it inside for Haney. Nice look that time. And Haney's got 4 points. It's 21-10. Bagan to Schwarting. Schwarting into the lane, leaves it for Combs. Combs will put it on the floor, tries to kick it out to Bagan, but it's slapped away by Anthony, and the Mustangs control with 1:05 to go in the first quarter. Bagan can't handle the pass. It falls out of bounds, and the Mustangs will turn it over. Mustangs going to pick the Longhorns up full court, man-to-man pressure. Anthony into the lane. Can't get the scoop shot to go. Hoover has his shot blocked, and the Mustangs thought that was a clean block by Sean Combs, but the official begged to differ. And so that'll put Emmett Hoover at the line for 2 free throws. And they're going to say that Dylan Schwarting actually got him with the body. Hoover makes the first. So Dylan Schwarting with 2 fouls. 55 seconds left to go in the first quarter. So Dylan Schwarting will head to the bench. Brady Bolender comes back in after a brief rest. Hoover, the lefty, knocks that one down. He's got 4 points, and it's 21-12. The lead cut back to single digits with 50 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Ryan Schwarting on the wing, guarded by Gillison. Top of the key to Combs. Swing it around to Bolender. Tries to go inside for Conroy. It's tipped out of bounds. Which way is it going? Hyannis basketball. The Mustangs having a hard time taking care of the basketball the last couple of trips down the floor. They go ahead to Haney. Haney tried to make a fancy pass to Jensen on the baseline and missed him. So now Kobe Olson will come into the contest. He'll take the place of Jensen. (21-12), 30 seconds left to go in the first quarter. Bolender, high post for Conroy. They kick it back to Bolender. Thought about the 3, good head fake. Kicks it back out. Sean Combs hands it to Trace Began for 3. Off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound Haney. Quickly out to Anthony. Began is there, won't contest it. Anthony lays that one up for his 6th point of the contest. 8 seconds left to go. It's a 7-point lead. It's 21-14. Bolender to Schwarting. 3-pointer at the buzzer. That one is short, won't go. At the end of one, it is Gordon-Rushville 21 and Hyannis 14.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Countdown, there you go. All right, learning on the fly as we go. Glad to have you along. I'm Clint Anderson, along with cameraman Jesse Moss and engineering or broadcast engineer in training Jacob Grover. Just underway in the second quarter. Hoover underneath, can't get it to go, and it's off the hands of Conroy and out of bounds. It'll stay with the Longhorns. So Haney to inbound it. That's tipped by Began and slapped right back out of bounds. So the Longhorns will reset, get it into Anthony. Anthony dribbles it out, tosses it in, but it's taken away by Conroy. Jared Nelson quickly up the floor, into the corner for Schwarting. Schwarting hung up, but gets it out to Nelson. Nelson drives in, jump stop in the lane, kicks it out to Campbell. That won't go, and Hoover with the rebound. 7:30 to go, second quarter. 7-point lead, Mustangs led by 10. As Haney gets his own rebound, and now the Longhorns will reset, and then he throws that one over the head of Hoover. Hoover's able to save it off of the leg of Conroy and maintain the possession for Hyannis. Haney gets it into Anthony. Over the top, Conroy's there to take it away. Quickly out ahead to Ryan Schwarting, but the pass is a little too long and it's out of bounds. They'll give it right back. Mustangs looking to run when they can. .705 to go, second quarter. Mustangs Thought about trapping Haney out there, and now Gillison loses the handle but gets it back. Finds Haney down in the corner to Anthony, and they're going to say that Anthony stepped on the sideline before he went up to get that pass. They'll turn it over to the Mustangs with 6:51 left to go in the second quarter. Jared Nelson brings it up the floor as the Mustangs set the offense. Nelson kicks it out for Schwarting. Underneath for Conroy. Great look. Great look that time. Found Conroy underneath the basket, and he laid it in for the easy two. Now they've got Olson hung up. The shot inside won't go. Nelson comes away with it. He'll get it ahead to Campbell and now to Trace Bagan. Back to Nelson, 6-10. Jared Nelson lets the offense get set. Schwarting goes inside for Conroy. Conroy dribbles around, kicks it out for Nelson. That shot won't go, but Trace Bagan has the rebound. Three-pointer on the way from Campbell. That's no good. And tipped out of bounds. Mustang basketball. 5:55 left to go, second quarter. Lead has been pushed back to 9. It's 23-14. Nelson calls out the play. Over the top to Bagan. He finds Nelson at the top of the key. Now to Schwarting on the wing. Schwarting penetrates into the lane. Leaves it for Conroy. Up and good. Such great vision by Ryan Schwarting. If you're on the floor with him, you need to be ready for that ball anytime because he's liable to pass it, whether he's looking ahead or behind or wherever. It's coming your direction, and you better be prepared. 25-14. And the Mustangs get the ball back. Nelson works against Anthony. Dribbles to the left wing. Now he finds Bagan at the top of the key. Schwarting in the corner, works against Gillison, into the lane, kicks it out for Bagan, thought about the three. Now Schwarting. Schwarting on the wing, decides he's going to take the shot and drains it. Ryan Schwarting with three more, 28-14. Now the deep ball starting to come into play for the Mustangs as they're finding the range from beyond the arc. 4:57 left to go and a timeout called on the floor by Hyannis. Gives us a chance to remind you that Fred A. Lockwood and Company, certified public accountants, is proud to sponsor the Gordon-Rushville Mustangs. They're a local CPA firm providing Western Nebraska with individual agricultural and business tax accounting and planning services for over 50 years. They've got offices in Scottsbluff, Chadron, Mullen, and Gordon. And you can stop by and find the good folks in the Gordon office at 106 North Main Street in Gordon. And it's almost too late, but not quite, to get the Christmas decorations out. Get everything you need to be the best on the block at True Value of Gordon, located at 217 North Main Street in Gordon. And Grocery Mart is your full-service grocery store, and they've got that personal hometown atmosphere that everybody loves. Mustangs back out on the floor, ready to get the last 5 minutes of this one in the books in the first half. 4:57 left to go, second quarter. Mustangs lead this one 28-14. They're on a 7-0 run. And Hyannis has the basketball. He'll inbound that to Gillison. Tries to go inside, but it's taken away by Schwarting. Schwarting drives in, leaves it inside for Jared Nelson. Up and good. Nice job of Schwarting to make the defender commit. Left Nelson all by himself underneath the basket. Haney has it taken away by Ryan Schwarting. Schwarting brings it up the floor. Now he'll back it out. Now back in. One-handed runner in the lane, but that's rebounded by Gillison. Now tipped around. Haney comes away with it, but he throws it right to Jared Nelson. Nelson into the lane. Up. Good. Mustangs are making the run now. It's an 11-0 run over the last couple of minutes. Here's Gillison in the corner. Gets it inside to Hoover. Can't get that to go, and here's Corby Campbell with the rebound. He'll hand it off to Jared Nelson. He'll cross the timeline. Ryan Schwarting goes inside for Conroy. Conroy can't get it to go. Kind of an awkward off-balance shot, but it won't fall. Here's Anthony outside to Hoover. Down low for Haney all by himself, and he can't finish. Anthony will get the basket, and he'll have a chance for the three-point play. Mass substitution for the Mustangs. They give that foul to Ryan Schwarting. That is his first. Bolender, Combs, and Dylan Schwarting into the game as Bagan, Ryan Schwarting, and Rhett Conroy out. I may have called Rhett Chris earlier. I may have done that. Chris, of course, his older brother. The free throw is good by Austin Anthony. Rhett Conroy, of course, in the game. If I did that, my apologies. Too many older brothers and sisters. Jared Nelson right down the lane and lays it in for two more. That's too easy. Anthony picks up his dribble and has it taken away by Campbell, but he dribbles it on the sideline and gives it back to Hyannis. 3:15 left to go, second quarter. Here's Haney on the left wing, guarded by Dylan Schwarting. Now in the corner. Haney looks for Jensen. Now Bo Holthus, and the bank is open for Bo Holthus. He knocks that one down, his first 2 points of the game. It's 34-19. Bolender cut off on the baseline, kicks it out for Nelson. Inside for Sean Combs, a collision. Sean Combs hits the deck, no foul called. It's out of bounds off of Hyannis. And so the Mustangs maintain possession with 2:50 to go in the second quarter. They get it inside to Combs, or excuse me, that's Campbell. Campbell goes up tough and knocks that one down. His first basket of the game, 36-19, 2:40 to go in the second quarter. Anthony into the lane, gets it out to Holthus, pull-up jumper, that's no good, rebounded by Combs. Quickly ahead to Bolender. Mustangs push it up, now they'll slow it down. Nelson works against Anthony, and he'll let the offense reset. Drives down the lane, lays it off glass, and won't go. There's Dylan Schwarting in the lane with the putback. It's good. And Dylan Schwarting on the board, 38-19. Just over 2 minutes left to go in the first half. Anthony tried to get it into Haney, but Dylan Schwarting there to tip it away and out of bounds. It'll stay with Hyannis. Conroy, Bagan, and Ryan Schwarting ready to come back in after the quick breather. Bolender, Campbell, and Nelson now to the bench. So liberal substitutions by the Mustangs. This is a deep group. They play a lot of bodies. But they like this up-tempo style and the high-pressure defense. And they got to keep folks fresh. Here's Hoover. Bounce pass inside to Haney. Haney is fouled, and he'll have 2 free throws. Give that foul to Sean Combs. That is his first. Gabe Haney at the free throw line for the first time tonight. Makes that one, and then Hyannis 4 for 4 from the free throw line. Makes it 38-20. 1:52 left to go in the first half. That one's off the back iron, no good, rebounded by Combs. Combs across to Ryan Schwarting. Brings it across and sets it up. And that one's taken away by Bo Holthus, and that was way too easy. Lays that one in, and good. Not a good pass that time by Ryan Schwarting. Bo Holthus was all over that one. 38-22 with 1:20 to go in the first half. Dylan Schwarting, cross to Ryan Schwarting. Quick first step, kicks it out for Trace Bagan. 3-ball on the way, good! Nothing but the bottom of the net for Trace Bagan. 41-22. Hoover tries to go inside, but slapped away. Trace Bagan ahead to Ryan Schwarting. Nice outlet pass. Tried to go down low for Rhett Conroy, but it's tipped away. It'll stay with the Mustangs with 55 seconds left to go in the first half. Ryan Schwarting gets it into Combs. Dylan Schwarting on the wing. Ryan Schwarting in the corner for 3. That one's short and off the front of the rim, but there's Trace Bagan. Tried to go down low for Conroy, tipped away again. So Hyannis doing a good job of getting their hands in the passing lanes. The Mustangs trying to work it into Conroy down low. Combs to Dylan Schwarting. Swing it around to Trace Bagan. Around to Ryan Schwarting. Kicks it back out to Dylan Schwarting. Tries to work it inside. Picked up by Bo Holthus, but he loses the handle out of bounds. It'll stay with the Mustangs with 36 seconds left to go. And compared to the first half of the girls' game, this has gone at light speed. Just 4 team fouls for each team. Ryan Schwarting spots up for 3. That's off the front of the rim and rebounded by Haney. Now Anthony crosses the timeline. He works against Trace Bagan. Into the lane. Scoop up and under and good. Ryan Schwarting kicks it out. Dylan Schwarting, 3-pointer, good! They're gonna wave that. They're gonna wave that shot off. No, the basket counts. Trying to, kind of hard. We're on the far side of the arena from the official. They're gonna say no, the basket does not count. 41-24. They're going to say the foul occurred on the floor before the shot, and that's unfortunate. Trace Bagan for 3. That one won't go. At the buzzer, they did count it. Excuse me. They did give this. I don't know what the story was there, but the basket by Dylan Schwarting does count. 44-24. It's a 20-point Mustang lead at the half. We'll step aside, and we will be back with some unofficial halftime stats after a word from our sponsors.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Putting burgers on the grill and cheese on burgers doesn't just happen. It takes a lot of smart farmers making smart decisions all along the way. We're committed, along with our dealers, to delivering the hay tools and all the other equipment you need to get the job done right. New Holland.
We are at halftime. Gordon-Rushville leads this one 44-24. They used a huge second quarter to blow this thing open. 7-point lead at the end of the first quarter. It was 21-14. Mustangs scored 23 points in the second quarter. Outscored the Hyannis 23-10. Extends that lead to 44-24 at the half. Let's take a look at some unofficial scoring totals from the first half for the Mustangs. Jared Nelson with 13 points. He leads the way. Ryan Schwarting with 9. And then Trace Bagan and Dylan Schwarting, each with 5. Brady Bolander with 2. Corby Campbell with 2. Rhett Conroy had 6. and Sean Combs with 2. The Mustangs 4 for 4 from the free throw line in that first half. For Hyannis, Austin Anthony leads the way. He's got 11. Gabe Haney added 5, Bo Holthus with 4, and Emmett Hoover with 4. And Hyannis 4 for 5 from the free throw line. So both teams shooting very well from the free throw line in the first half. 7.5 minutes left to go in this halftime break. Glad to have you along with us here this afternoon. At the risk of jinxing ourselves, we've done pretty well with our internet connection here in the first half of the boys game. We've got a really nice crowd on hand. Glad to have each and every one of you along with us this afternoon. The Mustangs in command here at the half, 44-24. We'll step aside and mute the sound for just a bit and be back with more basketball action 6 minutes and 40 seconds away from the third quarter. Well, let's take a look back at some of the highlights from the first half. This is in the second quarter. The floors, the Mustangs set the offense. Nelson kicks it out for Schwarting. Underneath for Conroy. Great look. Great look that time. Nelson calls out the play. Over the top to Bagan. He finds Nelson at the top of the key. Now to Schwarting on the wing. Schwarting penetrates into the lane. Leaves it for Conroy. Up and good. Corner works against Gillison. Into the lane. Kicks it out for Bagan. Thought about the three. Now Schwarting. Schwarting on the wing. Decides he's going to take the shot and drains it. Right. Just a few of the first half highlights The Mustangs did a great job of working it inside and finding easy looks for Rhett Conroy underneath the basket several times there, as you saw in the highlights. And then a couple of well-timed three-pointers by the Mustangs to help extend that lead. At the half, 2 minutes and 40 seconds left to go before the start of the third quarter. It's a 44-24 Mustang lead. They looked very, very good in that second quarter. Really got things rolling, found the rhythm offensively. And they'll try to pick up right where they left off as we head towards the third quarter. We'll step aside briefly one last time and be back for the start of the second half here on Sheridan County Journal Star.net. So just under a minute left to go before the start of the second half. Both teams head to the bench and ready for the last half of basketball here this afternoon. Again, in case you missed it, we certainly wish Shania Friesman and her family the very best. Shania went down with a nasty left knee injury late in the girls' game. And so if you get a chance, if you're friends with Shania on Facebook, send her a get well message. Let her know you're thinking of her. Certainly hate to see that happen. And so we certainly wish her the best. Our thoughts and prayers with Shania Friesman. Underway here in the second half. Jared Nelson takes it to the right wing. Kicks it out to Conroy. Quickly around to Bagan. Man-to-man defense by the Longhorns. Schwarting drives to the elbow, now kicks it back out to Nelson. Nelson going to drive to the baseline, put up a little runner, it's good. That floater falls in, 7.5 to go, 46-24. Lead is now 22. Anthony in the lane. Gets his own rebound, and then it's blocked by Campbell. Holthus picks it up near half court, and now controlled by Nelson. Quickly ahead to Schwarting. Finds Campbell coming down the lane, and Austin Anthony will be called for the reach-in. And that is Anthony's first foul. Realize we didn't take a look at anybody as far as fouls during the halftime break, but nobody's in foul trouble at all. Bo Holthus has two, and Dylan Schwarting has two, and that's it. Everybody else with one foul for both teams, and so nothing to worry about on that front. Jared Nelson takes it at the top of the key, drives into the lane, leaves it for Corby Campbell, cutting to the basket, and he drops it in. Nice cut to the hoop by Campbell, and a nice feed from Nelson. 48-24, biggest lead of the game for the Mustangs. Hoover to Anthony. Anthony has that one slapped away by Trace Bagan, but he gets it right back. They try to go down low for Haney. Up and under, he makes the basket. He's fouled. Corby Campbell shaking his head. He didn't like that. Corby picks up his first foul, and it'll put Gabe Haney at the line. Chance for the three-point play, 48-26, 6:43 left to go in the third quarter. The free throw is good. Bagan back out to Nelson. Nelson dribbles to his left. Conroy swings it around for Schwarting. Schwarting goes inside for Campbell against Haney. Off glass, good. Corby Campbell's got 4 points here in the second half, 50-27. In the corner for Jensen. Jensen drives baseline, kicks it out for Hoover. Hoover into the lane, little runner. That one short, won't go. Gets his rebound and puts it back. He's got 6 points. It's 50-29. 6:05 to go. Trace Bagan drives baseline, flips that shot up and good. Trace Bagan somehow got that one to find the hoop. 52-29. There's another takeaway. Jared Nelson, left hand up and good. (54-29). Mustangs continue to extend that lead. Anthony pull-up jumper rolls off, no good. And Jared Nelson with the rebound. They're going to call Nelson on the foul. So Jared Nelson picks up his first foul. Anthony back to Haney and back to Anthony, down the lane and lays it up. It's good. Anthony with 13 points. 5:20 to go, third quarter. Hyannis still in that man-to-man defense. Rhett Conroy to Campbell. They swing it around to Nelson. To Conroy, cutting down the lane. Great look. Rhett Conroy has had his way inside. He's made some great cuts and been wide open. Haney drives baseline into the lane. Wild shot up and under and good. And a timeout called on the floor. 4:53 left to go in the third quarter. 56-33. The First National Bank of Gordon proudly celebrates over 125 years of locally made decisions and supporting our community. Did you know Strong Insurance is your independent insurance agency? They represent a variety of insurance companies, and they sell the products that most appropriately meet the needs of their clients. As an independent agent, they review many quotes, and they offer their clients the best policy options available. They don't work for any one insurance company. They work for you. Stop in and see Dean Strong at Strong Insurance today. So play resumes. 4 minutes and 48 seconds left to go in the third quarter. Nelson being guarded by Jensen now. They go inside to Campbell. Flips it up top for Schwarting. Schwarting will back it out. Now he'll drive back in. Tries to go inside for Trace Bagan. It's tipped away, and Anthony will pick that up in the corner. So a turnover by the Mustangs. Austin Anthony gives it off to Haney. Drives into the lane, and a foul going to be called on Jared Nelson. Picks up his second. And Gabe Haney back at the line for 2 free throws. Haney is 2 for 3 from the line. Longhorns 5 for 6 for the game from the free throw line. First one is good. Now Lane Meeks, Dylan Schwarting, and Brady Bolender come into the game. Conroy, Bagan, and Nelson head to the bench for a breather. Second free throw is no good off the front of the rim. Here's Brady Bolender. Brings it across. Sets the offense for the Mustangs. 4:10 to go, third quarter. Dylan Schwarting on that right wing. Thought about the three-pointer. Now we'll go into the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Now, or Ryan Schwarting. Now back to Dylan. Brady Bolender picks it up, drives into the lane, and Hoover's going to be called. He stepped out in front trying to slow Bolender down. And Emmett Hoover picks up his second foul. Third team foul of the second half on Hyannis. Corby Campbell, here's Bolender on the wing, back to Ryan Schwarting, three-pointer, good! 12 points for young Mr. Ryan Schwarting, 59-34. Austin Anthony all the way in. He had three Mustangs right in his grill. Went up for the shot anyway, couldn't get it to go. Jump ball, it'll be Hyannis basketball on the alternating possession. Holthus and Jensen head to the bench. Gillison and Olson now into the game. There's a shot up that won't go. Hoover takes that one away. Can't get it to fall. Anthony can't get that shot to fall. Finally, Brady Bolender picks it out of there and heads up the floor and then hits the deck as he is fouled by Gabe Haney. Hard foul that time. Haney picks up his second. Fourth team foul on Hyannis. Bolender will toss it into Ryan Schwarting, who will trigger the offense with 3:20 to go. Bolender turns. Now he'll direct a little bit of traffic. Gets a pick. Ryan Schwarting in the corner, three, that's no good. Haney with the rebound. Anthony brings it up the floor. Pull-up jumper, that's off the front of the rim, no good. Ryan Schwarting comes out of there with it. Mustangs with numbers. Corby Campbell running the floor and he can't finish. Had the easy layup, a little too easy. Couldn't get it to fall. 2:50 to go. There's a takeaway by Campbell. Campbell down the floor, lays it up. He won't miss that one. 6 second half points for Corby Campbell, 8 on the night. Austin Anthony all the way in. Contact, lost his balance. Couldn't get that wild looking shot to fall. Ryan Schwarting backs it out. Works against Olson. He came up empty on that steal attempt. And Dylan Schwarting dials it up from long range. Three-pointer for him. 64-34. It's a 30-point lead with 2:12 left to go. Here's Gillison in the corner for Olson. Has it poked away by Bolender, but he gets it back. Now Haney drives into the block. Shot off, no good, won't go. Contact, Lane Meeks is going to be called for the blocking foul. And it'll be 2 shots for Gabe Haney. Haney's 3 for 5. Now 3 for 6. Now Mustangs will swap out 5 for 5. Whole group of fresh bodies onto the floor. Combs, Bagan, Conroy, Nelson, and now Carson Hinn into the game for the first time this afternoon. So Carson Hinn, the freshman, and the second free throw is no good as well. Under 2 to go in the third quarter. Nelson sets it up to Carson Hinn on the right wing. Corner for Bagan. Back to Hinn and across to Nelson. Into the corner for Bagan. They go inside for Combs. He had position. Nice pass. And the good finish by Sean Combs. He's got 4 points. 66-34. Minute and a half left to go third quarter. Here's Olson on the wing. Guarded by Bagan. Top of the key to Gillison. Inside. Tipped around and picked up. Saved back in. Anthony has it. Look out. If he's got the basketball, you know he's headed for the hoop. Lays that one up and good. 66-36. 1:10 left to go third quarter. Bagan across to Hinn. Into the corner for Nelson. Wanted the three, couldn't pull the trigger on it, and out of bounds off of Anthony. 1 minute left to go in this third quarter. Mustangs have extended that 20-point lead at the half to 30. It's 66-36. And now Jackson Davis comes in. He'll take the place of Gabe Haney. Over the top to Hinn. Into the corner for Nelson. Back to Hinn, they swing it around. Bagan looks inside. High post, they kick it out to Nelson in the corner. Now to Bagan. Top of the key, Hinn, and now back to Nelson. Nelson running that baseline. Hinn, high post to Conroy. Inside for Sean Combs. Can't get that one to finish, but he tips the rebound back out, and the Mustangs control it with 33 seconds left to go in the third quarter. A good job of being patient on the offensive end, as there's a shot by Sean Combs, up and good. He's got two more. And it's 68-36. Anthony in the lane, that one's no good. Picked out of there, 10 seconds to go. Bagan takes the pass, lays it up and good. Trace Bagan with 9 points. 3, 2, 1 second. Anthony, long three-pointer at the buzzer, misses everything. We head to the fourth quarter. The Mustangs lead this one 70-36.
New Holland is the undisputed leader in hay tools. We give farmers a wide range of innovative equipment that increases efficiency and productivity all year round. Because to us, smart means providing a smooth, clean cut with faster dry down, plug-free conditioning, and superior bale density. And smart means leaving less hay on the field to feed more livestock in less time. The gold standard has been raised. Visit your local New Holland dealer today.
Hinn's Hardware in Rushville has a huge selection of items, including cookware, appliances, tools, and toys, and that includes bikes and ride-on toys. Got one of those for my granddaughter just the other day. Looking forward to a happy Christmas. Stop in at Hinn's Hardware in Rushville. Ready to get the fourth quarter underway. Mustangs firmly in command here, 70-36, just 4 points away from invoking the mercy rule and a running clock the rest of the game. And now a little bit of cleanup on the far sideline. Whistles it ready for play, and away we go. Fourth quarter underway. Brady Bolander finds Nelson on the right wing. In the corner for Dylan Schwarting. Back to Nelson. Long three-pointer for Jared Nelson. That's off the back iron, no good. Dylan Schwarting, rebound up and good. He was in the right place at the right time. Laid it up and good for two more, 72-36. Here's Jensen. Finds Hoover on the wing. Tried to get it to Haney down on the baseline, and they weren't on the same page. So here's Dylan Schwarting on the right wing. Now Bolander in the corner. Finds Meeks, good feed, and another good feed. Contact that time as Jared Nelson can't get that shot to fall. They go inside for Anthony. Fall away jumper, and that one is good. So Austin Anthony not afraid to put the ball in the air. Likes to drive to the hoop. An aggressive player, he does a good job. But these Hyannis Longhorns just lack a little bit of depth. They've got some quality athletes on this team. They just need a little help. Here's Lane Meeks inside. Corby Campbell kicks it out. Dylan Schwarting spots it up for three. That's off the front of the rim, no good. Anthony has it. Down to the baseline, that's Holthus. Back out to Haney. Inside, and a double dribble called against Gabe Haney. They'll give it back to the Mustangs. 5 fresh Mustangs back onto the floor again. Conroy, Hinn, Bagan, Ryan Schwarting, and Sean Combs. So Coach Nelson going to the platoon system here late in the second half. And here's a takeaway by Holthus, and Carson Hinn gets it right back, coming the other way. And an ill-advised pass that time by Carson Hinn. Here's Jensen down low, trying to find somebody on the secondary break. It's tipped out of bounds by Ryan Schwarting. It'll stay with Hyannis. 6:06 left to go, fourth quarter. 72-38. Three-pointer on the way from Haney. That one is short. Carson Hinn tried to get the rebound. He's fouled by Bo Holthus, and that'll be Holthus's third. He picked up those 2 fouls right off the bat in the first quarter. Played a long time before he picked up the third. And the reminder, we will be at the Alliance Holiday Tournament the 29th and 30th next week. They don't know what the schedule is on those games, as nearly another turnover by the Mustangs, but Schwarting gets it back. Begging for three. That one no good. Conroy with the rebound, and he kicks it out to Hinn. Gives it to Schwarting, and they'll reset the offense. Schwarting guarded closely by Jensen. The Mustangs will be at the Alliance Holiday Tournament. We know it'll be Alliance and Bridgeport. Not sure who the fourth team is with the Mustangs there. Traditionally, it's Ben Mitchell. Carson Hinn tees it up for three and knocks it down. Don't even have Carson Hinn on the score sheet. We certainly will after this. There's a pass to Jensen down on the baseline. Finds Haney. He drives baseline and kicks it out to Holthus. And Holthus, no. What do we got? Foul called. Which way is it going to go? Going to be against the Longhorns. They get Haney on the offensive foul that time with a push. That's his third. So, long story short, make sure you tune in next week on the 29th and 30th for more great Mustang basketball action. That holiday tournament has always been a good one. And we look forward to Bridgeport. They've got some outstanding athletes. Baxter, can't remember the first name. They got an outstanding Baxter kid and Wyatt Pankowski as well. So Bridgeport with some really outstanding athletes. They'll be a handful for whoever has to play them. As now Mustang starters are going to be done for the night with 5:05 to go. Sean Combs will be shooting free throws here. Got a 1-on-1 opportunity. First one is off the front of the rim, no good. That's rebounded by Chance Hibbert, who's into the game now, number 10. Now Olson is going to be called, or they're going to get the foul on the Mustangs. And number 30, that's Hideki Sato, the foreign exchange student from Japan. Glad to have him on board. And we hope that his family is tuning in from across the Pacific to catch him in action here in western Nebraska. Olson inbounds it, tried to get it into Hibbert, but it's tipped out of bounds. Try to see who all we've got into the game now. Corbin Bailey into the game. I've got a whole bunch of players not on my score sheet. We're going to have to make more spaces. That's a good problem to have. And that one's poked away by Lane Meeks and out of bounds. Into the game for Hyannis, we've got Jaden Vinton, Jackson Davis, and we mentioned Chance Hibbert, Tristan Gillison also into the game. And this is tipped away from Vinton by Brady Bolender. And they're going to call Brady for the push. That'll be Brady's first. 15 foul on the Mustangs. 4:42 to go in the fourth quarter. Vinton tries to inbound it, taken away by Brady Bolender. Went up and got that ball, brought it down, and lays it in for two more. Great play by Brady Bolender. And here's another takeaway by Brady. That one's up, and another one is good. Well, Brady Bolander turning into the one-man wrecking crew here in the fourth quarter. 4:20 to go, 79-38. And now the clock will run unless Hyannis can pull that lead back below 40. 4:08 left to go in the fourth quarter. Bolander gets some direction from the sideline, finds Sato on the right wing. That pass goes awry, and they're going to say that Davis was on the sideline as he controlled that basketball. It will stay with the Mustangs. So the clock runs now as Dylan Schwarting comes in and Brady Bolander heads to the bench. Great work by Brady this afternoon. O'Bailey back to Sato and around to Dylan Schwarting. High post for Lane Meeks. Lane Meeks has it stripped. And here comes Gillison to Davis. And Davis loses it out of bounds. Kind of living on the ragged edge there the whole way down. It'll be Mustang basketball with 3:10 to go, and that clock runs. And they're going to say that's Longhorn basketball. Davis gets it into Vinton. Vinton tried to get it to Chance Hibbert, but it's through his hands, and it's picked up by Corbin Bailey. Nice behind the back dribble, and then he's going to be fouled by Olson. And that'll put Corbin Bailey at the free throw line. He'll have a 1-on-1 opportunity. Clock runs under 2:35 now. And now Jensen back into the game in place of Olson. Keep getting distracted, but next week, make sure 29th and 30th, Mustangs boys and girls basketball action from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. Tune in. If you got to work, we'll be there. Watch us on your work computer. Don't let the boss know, or else get them involved and everybody can cheer them on. It'll be a fun time. Always good basketball action from the Alliance Holiday Tournament. Under 2 minutes to go now, 79-38 Mustang basketball after the turnover. Dylan Schwarting will inbound the basketball. Tried to get it to Carson Hinn, but it's tipped right back out of bounds. So they'll reset and try again. Gets it into Bailey. Around to Dylan Schwarting. High post, Lane Meeks, pull-up jumper. That one won't go. Rebounded by Vinton. Under a minute and a half left. Vinton brings it across, finds Hibbert on the wing. Now Gillison. Down low for Jensen on the baseline. Now Davis picks up his dribble. He's trapped, loses the handle, and it's picked up by Dylan Schwarting with 1:07 left to go in this one. Corbin Bailey out on the right wing. Sato on the left wing. And that one's picked off by Jensen, coming the other way. Jensen is blocked, denied by Dylan Schwarting. Nice block that time by Dylan Schwarting. You could see him planning that out, went up and knocked it away. Mustang basketball with 37 seconds left to go. Sato on the wing. Cross-court pass to Schwarting. Now Carson Hinn in the corner. And back to Schwarting. 25 seconds. Hinn drives to the baseline. Nice look inside Lane Meeks, but he's blocked by Jackson Davis out of bounds. And it'll stay with the Mustangs. The clock runs under 10 seconds. They get it into Lane Meeks. Sato, 4-3. Dylan Schwarting, 1. Time will run out. And the final score, 79-38. Nice win for the Mustangs here this afternoon. They improved their record to 4-2. They head to the Alliance Holiday Tournament. We'll be there to bring all of the action to you. We look forward to seeing you there. For cameraman Jesse Moss and our broadcast engineer Jacob Grober, thanks very much for joining us here this afternoon. Have a very Merry Christmas, all of you, from all of us at the Sheridan County Journal Star.